following program is an exclusive DisruptionNetworks.com production. Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
EC Radio, Disruption Networks. EC Radio, Disruption Networks.
Thirsty Thursday. What's good? How are you, everybody? EC Radio, broadcasting from the beautiful city of Utica, New York, where it's all muddy, slushy, wet, rainy, dirty, disgusting, brown, phlegmy, icy, wintry mix. But you know what? It's all going to be gone tomorrow.
But you know it's nice and warm.
But it's all going to be back Monday. Yeah. Hiya, baby. I like this part of the song, Chicken.
It's like climax.
You gonna pop? Popping, baby. What's happening, everybody? EC Radio, live and direct from the D. We're sitting here in the studios. Z here, hanging. How you doing? Hope you're enjoying your Thursday. My man, my tag team partner in full effect with me right now as I tag him in. What up, Chicken?
What's going on?
Tell him how you feeling today.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
Things moving forward. We got the D-line coming up. We can talk some playoffs.
Playoffs!
Yep. So I'm a little pumped.
Yeah. Tommy Drama, how you feeling today, dude?
Feeling good, brother. Feeling good.
Drama in the mix with us today.
Yes, so welcome to the D.
Guys.
And Drama's going to be debuting his Friday show tomorrow.
That's right. Kicking off my first Friday.
Oh, that's right. I got to get up early tomorrow.
That's right. Back Talk tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
You son
You're
of
on
a
the beat.
bitch. Where am I going to get my workout in tomorrow? I got to figure that out. Tommy, we're going to have to do
You got to
push-ups.
listen. You made your
I'm going to make you do push-ups tomorrow.
you made your New Year's resolution. You said that you were going to start an earlier day.
You're right.
He said it's a Calisthenics Friday.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it, dude. If I'm coming
We'll
in,
meet here earlier and we'll start doing some push-ups.
I was going to say, if I'm coming in early, we're doing some exercising.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We'll do some
jumping
burpees
jacks.
and shit, man. We'll do some jumping jabs and some burpees.
Did you say jumping japs?
I did.
That sounds racist.
Yeah, right?
That's
Some
a
white
jumping
privilege
jab.
shit. Some white privilege shit.
It's like a wrestling name. The jumping japs.
Ha.
Tag
And you got to
team
mention
partner.
we're also live on RazRadioLive.com. Big up. What up, Sean Ras?
Passing the red.
Pass the
Raz.
Pass the Raz. Pass the Raz.
Even though he does talk shit about Utica pizza, but whatever.
Yeah, he just wanted to spark a nerve with us. He knew how to get under our skin. He did. We're also live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube, Disruption Network's phone app as well. Tune us in. A lot of places you can check out EC Radio. Dude, we've got some celebrating to do. We got
Yes,
the
sir.
numbers, and they're fucking huge, baby. Can we officially say this, Chicken?
What?
like our download numbers for this year.
Yeah,
Now,
why
mind
not?
you, now listen, we didn't launch EC Radio until January 30th of 2017, right?
Yep.
So it's like 3
Hence
weeks short of a
Why we're
month.
throwing a party on January 27th.
Hence the reason why we're partying on the 27th.
Yep.
Absolutely.
The baby was born.
You are correct, sir. By the way, I found the bell, so we got
Yep.
Bell in
I seen that
in action. So
Trust
you-
me, I already made knowledge. I'm like, shit, the bell's back.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Bell was
Found-
back.
You just gotta imagine what you find if you're just looking for it. But
Like my penis.
1 year, 1 year that we've been launched doing this thing. Drama, when did you join us? April.
April.
April. You
April
started
of 17,
Back On,
yeah.
right? And then Ease Beats and Biz came in, I think, in June.
Mm-hmm.
And then Adeline recently joined us with Home Free early November or late November.
D-Line was in late September.
And D-Line in September, and there's one more. Raz has
Raz
been
has
with
been
us
on
for a little while
pretty much
now.
the
I
whole
wanna say
time, I
maybe
think.
March.
Kinky Katie came in, like April, May, something like that.
Yeah, Katie.
And we don't give her enough
I like
love.
Katie.
We're gonna have to
gotta
really
get-
start giving her some more love because she's got a good show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Give her some love,
man.
We love to give Katie some love.
Yep. We do love her, and that conversation that we had with her a couple weeks ago before Christmas was great. We got to get her back on really soon.
Absolutely.
We should definitely get her on and see what's up. We need to be cross-promoting. We need to be on other shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, and anytime Kinky Katie would like to crash back talk, she's more than welcome.
Yeah, right.
He is more than welcome.
She's sleeping at that time.
That's all right. Well, maybe she could wake up one day, set an alarm.
Yeah. She could do a selfie interview with you as she's laying in bed, just getting up in the morning.
That's all. Skype it in.
Nothing better than a
Skype it in the back talk.
Cup of Katie in your cup, right, for the morning. So what I was getting to is we finally saw our numbers. We did a little spreadsheet and saw the numbers to come through of like exactly what is going on around Disruption Networks. Wanting to see like how irrelevant our little garage podcast really is. And come to find out, it really isn't. Chicky, can we say this?
Go for it.
That's it.
Dude, we reached 100,000 downloads.
There you go.
How fucking sick is that, baby?
It's not bad for the kitchen table.
100,000 downloads in one, and not even just short of a year.
And
short of a year. And
you know, when you're gonna like see these radio stations, TV stations that get overinflated ratings and whatnot, and a lot of people don't understand that when you do like radio says, oh, we got 40,000 listeners. When they send out a survey, it counts one household is like I think 1% of the total population. So that one person listens to K-Rock for instance. So now you're saying that 1% of that whole population listens to K-Rock, which is all bullshit. These numbers are direct numbers of people that actually went in there and downloaded them, and we're coming from zero. People around here didn't know what a podcast was. You know what I mean? And the fact that we climbed up this in a year. And we promoted some great people and some great events and things like that. And I'm just so excited what's going to happen for next year.
Not only that, we didn't know what to expect.
Right.
We had no idea what to expect getting into this thing. Like, who knows if anybody's even listening and are we doing this for nothing and whatever. And just after looking at that spreadsheet, like, I'm ecstatic. I'm beside myself right now. It's fucking cool. We're gonna start drinking. We're cracking open UC's today, drama.
Let's go.
Oh, you started?
No, I didn't really.
I am ready. You know that.
Yeah, I know you're right.
And it's a Thursday. We usually drink at the D-line anyway.
Ready.
So
I know you're ready.
Just continue the party.
Raz is checking in, and if you want to check in, you can 315-505-8433. That's 315-505 the D. Yeah, baby. Raz was with us in the first month.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And he's also saying that's impressive. He said not even close, and I've been going at it for almost 6 years. Wow, dude. That's stick with us, buddy.
Yeah, we'll bring you along. Just invite us to Raz Fest.
This is exciting.
Yeah, please invite us to Raz Fest.
Like, that number is exciting.
Very exciting.
It really is.
Like, again, not bad for a bunch of guys doing a kitchen table podcast.
Or what
not bad.
Is the Observer disgrace, the obvious disgrace.
The obvious disgrace, yes.
So
Our local newspaper.
Where a bunch of delinquents just like to swear a lot or something like a bunch of rejects. Or, I forgot the word that they actually use.
Yeah, something like that. We're delinquents that like to swear on the air, but you know what? Who cares?
Right.
And 100,000 times.
In fact, I prefer that you swear on my show.
You know what? You're absolutely right. And there's a skit on Trailer Park Boys where Ricky has to go to court and they tell him not to swear, and he's like, I can't talk if I can't swear.
Right.
And I feel that's with a lot
Pretty
of people.
much my life.
You like censor yourself and you don't want to talk, but hey man, now you can come out here and just say whatever flies out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The Uncensored Network.
That's it, man. And we're doing our thing. We're spreading the D. Spreading it and spreading it and spreading it like a bad case of herpes.
And the D is going to grow in 2018.
And we'll just keep coming back.
Yeah.
The D is going to grow in 2018.
Oh, man, we got a big things in the future, man.
That's right.
That drama, you got a couple things you're working on that's pretty big.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
got to send Chicken some of the photographs to get him.
Do it right now, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to send him some of the photographs
actually.
to get.
Oh boy. This
Checking
better not
it-
be a dick pic.
Checking out on the text line right now.
No, I'll save that for later. Chicken.
Walker is checking in and saying Walker's up in here. So what up, Walker? Thanks for joining in, man. What do you guys got going on this weekend? Anything happening this weekend? I feel like we should carry this whole celebration into the weekend. We should go
I wish
out
I
somewhere
could, man.
and
I'm
drink.
working though.
I agree. I'm down for that, Z.
Yeah?
Because
Any plans?
I had a big date. No, my date canceled on me. So
With your date
drama
with
is
me, or
drama's free. Drama free.
Drama free?
drama free.
Drama free.
I'm working at the bar this weekend.
You're at the bar? Maybe we'll pop over there then.
There you go.
Friday
There you go.
night.
Two birds.
Friday night, and then Saturday I'm around. But also on Sunday is I got a meeting on Sunday, but we're actually having a meeting. We're going to be launching the crypto podcast really, really soon.
Nice.
So I got a meeting with the boys about that. I mean, crypto's a big thing right now, so we're going to be getting into that.
I still like that name, Tales from the Crypto.
Happy Thursday, boys. This is from Longwood saying congrats on the huge numbers. Thank you, man.
Hey, you were part of those numbers, brother.
This is a good one. I love Longwood because he's a funny dude. He goes, Tommy Drama is my new best friend. He's in the house. He's like the left-leaning Raz.
As Longwood, he's going to get to know me a little bit better. I know we've argued about Trump, but that's only because he's the current puppet in office, and I am not leaning left. I can't stand them either.
You're in the middle.
No, I just hate them all.
I know you.
That's basically my stance. Fuck Hillary, fuck Obama, fuck Trump, fuck them all. That's it for me.
That's what I say.
Fuck every one of them.
I try not to give them any love.
My faith is in the people. That's what I stand behind, the people.
And that's one of the things that I
don't like politicians. Fuck them all.
Not to really get into politics too much, but one of the things that I notice about Bernie versus the rest of them is when Hillary and Trump kept saying I, and Bernie just kept saying we the people. And to me, you don't hear politicians saying that often. And then he's absolutely right. It's us.
All right, no more politics.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
We're celebrating 100,000.
It's all about the comedy.
We have to talk about 100,000 downloads. I'm proud of that, Chicken. Give me 5, brother. Because, dude, me and Chicken have been talking about doing some sort of network and stuff like this for many, many years. Many years. We used to
You guys killed it, man.
We used to sit on a couch in a condemned house in West Utica,
backstage,
right, and hang out and be like, wouldn't it be cool if we just can record our conversations and hang out and do? And actually, it finally came to fruition. Probably 7, 8, 10 years later, right? And here we are actually doing it.
And that's the thing that would like for me. I've worked in radio. I've worked in TV. And I've always been, like, handcuffed on the shit I could do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to go through this certain channels. Like, when I threw that MySpace party at your place.
Yeah.
And you told me I couldn't do it and this and that. And, like, we finally did it. And it was a great success. And I don't want to have to cut through red tape.
Yeah.
And we don't have to, bro.
Let's do it. It's on our own. We're doing it, pal.
That's what I love. If you guys got ideas, you want to do something, you got a passion project,
hell
get
yeah.
over here, man. We can do it.
Hell yeah. We are open up to so many suggestions and ideas. It's an open book over
right
here.
now.
We've got so many different programs.
We might be having a
going
baseball
on.
show coming up soon.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about that with Mr. Gaffney later.
Yeah. We got a lot of things going on. A lot of things going on.
Anything you guys got out there, man? You got a passion project? You got a show idea? Stop in, man. We can help out.
That's right. I've been dropping it on all of my social media tags.
Yeah.
That if you're interested in production, internship, we need it all here at the D.
2017 was a great year, man.
We had
I could chalk it up. It was a great year.
Yeah.
It was introductory.
For us.
For us, yes. It was one of those years that, there was a lot of really devastatingly bad things and some really
right. But your first year,
every year's like that, though. You're gonna have your goods and your.
The first year is an introduction. Is literally what it is.
Right.
Yeah. It's an introduction.
I'm talking disruption-wise. It was a great year.
We had to build that foundation. We had to get our name out there.
Yeah.
And we're gonna continue to do that. It's not like we just sit back and not do anything. We want to be out on the street. We want to talk to people. We want to party. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. We do
exactly.
We do want to party. We like partying. That's what we do.
Speaking of partying,
yeah, let's crack. Can you grab me one?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab 3 Uncle Charlies right now.
Yes, Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Drama is the man. Walker's checking in right now. He wants to give a Matt Major update, and I think that is on Matt Major and not us.
Correct.
So that's as far as I'm going to go with that.
Absolutely correct.
So tell him.
Hit him up.
Hit him up. Oh, I know people have tried to hit him up, and thank you, buddy.
Yeah,
cheers.
We are at not liberty to
guys.
discuss.
100,000 downloads, man. This is great, and this is pretty much on us.
We went to the gold.
We did. Cheers, guys.
Salute.
Love you.
Best sound in the world.
That's such a great sound. Please,
salute.
Crack one open yourselves too if you're out there listening on the live podcast.
With us here at the D.
Right. Celebrate with us
because
crack one open. Because if it's not. We're not celebrating if it's not for you guys.
Well, we're celebrating you guys.
And we are celebrating.
I mean, you guys are the ones that
quite
made it
literally.
happen, so
100%, man. Mm-hmm. You guys, and thank you so much for all the support and the love. And I mean, everybody's been absolutely overwhelming sometimes. And it's cool. And I'm humbled and delighted that everybody is paying attention to what's going on here. 100,000 down. That's huge. It really is, man. I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away.
I'm excited for next year because I feel like we can almost triple that.
You think so?
That's my goal. I want to triple that number.
I like your attitude,
because
Chicken.
I want to. I think we got the base down.
We got the base down, and then we're getting a variety of different shows coming up in the next couple of in short coming weeks, actually.
And if anybody hasn't checked out Home Free with Adeline, dude, like you need to check that show out.
Yeah,
she's awesome. You know, she's got great guests coming in. She's got great knowledge, great information. So I strongly advise checking that show out and Back Talk.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, Tommy loves the drama. I mean, he does.
That's it, man.
So if you want to call him up and say, "Dude, you suck," like
start your day with me.
absolutely.
That's it.
We need to have more arguments over the airwaves with you because.
Well, listen. Did you check your phone?
No, I have not.
Check your phone because there's going to be some interesting developments in 2018 on Back Talk.
Yeah.
There's going to be some
Tommy's
new
got some good
things.
things in the works, man.
Yeah, there's going to be some really interesting interviews. Some people getting showcased, and I'm going to introduce you guys to what we're going to call on Back Talk the drama queens. So if you are a fan of beautiful women, stay tuned and check out Back Talk because you're going to be delighted to meet some of the drama queens.
He just sent me pictures. They are amazing.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I just sent him separate pictures of two lovely women that are the drama queens.
Drama queen.
Yeah, and they are quite beautiful.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some interesting things going on, and a lot of interesting interviews. Fashion designers, so, you know, some really good upcoming content. And like I said, man, I mean, we're all humbled here.
Yeah,
All
it is,
humbled
man.
here.
It's cool, man. And you know, Tommy, this is your calling. You know that. I've told you that from the beginning.
what I've always wanted to do,
I've known you
brother.
for 100 years, and I always knew that like this is something you should be doing, and you're knocking it out of the park, kids. So
I appreciate that, guys. And I wanted to say this, and I've said it a few times on Back Talk. You know, this wouldn't happen obviously without the people listening, but it also wouldn't happen without you gentlemen as well. So you guys allowed me the platform to do what I love, and I appreciate you guys. So, you know, I'm looking forward to 2018, man. And I'm with Chicken, man. I think by the end of 18, we could easily be at 500,000 downloads.
wow, that's your prediction.
Yeah.
And you know
I
what?
think that is, and that's an early prediction. I really think that
I think it's a good number to strive for. I'd be content with 300, but he's
Fuck it,
right.
we
I
need-
mean,
we
as-
need
Guys,
five.
can we just celebrate 100 right now? 100,000 is it's a huge
Nope,
feat
I'm
for
not
us,
satisfied.
man. I'm really excited about this. Like that's a number. Like I'll never see like $100,000 in my bank account. You know what I mean?
I think you
so.
will.
Like 100,000 downloads is equivalent to having like that kind of. It's great, man. I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
excited.
I am too.
I
And
agree.
like you said, we're adding new shows, so those are going to bring on more listeners.
Yep.
And you know, we don't have the red tape, so we're going to.
And,
Yep.
And you know that's another thing too to everybody that's listening. Expect in 2018 new content. There's going to be new shows.
Absolutely.
You know, I got to
gonna be new
apologize actually to all the listeners. We didn't really have any guests lined up this week because we were so busy remodeling the studio. I didn't have any time to
We still
really
are.
line much up, and I had to cancel a guest today, unfortunately, because the Skype isn't working to standards, and we'll get that fixed up in a little bit, probably after the show and whatnot. But. We didn't, but I also started booking a lot of guests for next week. So there's going to be a lot of guests coming on EC Radio, and we'll be able to chop it up a little bit, and so you don't have to hear just the three of us talking to each other
And
all day long.
you know what I like that I kind of think means more to me than the numbers is that 2 weeks when we were off and people were asking where we were when we were going to be back on.
Very good point.
And that felt good, man. That felt like good to be missed a little. And you know, we were happy to be back here and you know talking to the fans and you know,
Showing the D.
hell yeah, man.
Somebody who loves to show his D, Longwood, and he said, "Did you guys say party? Summer is around the corner, so we gotta make a trip out there. We're making that happen this year. We need a Longwood. It would be best if you book that party like right now, so that way it's in the book. We pencil it in, and we make that journey.
We
down
could probably go
to Jersey.
live from Longwood.
It would be great.
Yeah.
It would be great, and I would love to do that. You know, I have the trailer. We could put all the equipment in the back of the trailer and tow that shit down.
Literally, that's another thing.
We
that
can
we-
bring Tommy with us, right? Longwood.
Yeah, I mean-
Is that cool?
Yeah, he's got to come. He's got to come. You know what? I see them two being best friends at the end of the
Nah,
night.
listen, we're cool now, man. Everything's cool. It's like I said, you know, you're not gonna agree with everybody in life, man. But the thing is, just show people respect. That's it.
Our boy Jay Stevens checking in. Big congrats on 100K. Thank you, Jay, and thank
Jay.
you for your support,
No doubt.
brother. You've been with us from the beginning, every step of the way. So
Jay holds
Give
up our
drama a little volume here.
You got
Jay holds up our.
There
For
we
people
go.
that know,
There we go.
he holds up our
Better.
sock selling department.
Well, if you listen to a previous podcast, excuse me, the beer's already giving me agita. If you listen to a previous podcast, Jay tells his story about how he sells used socks over eBay to like these weird gay fetish sock smelling type people.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
that
and he
being
made a lot of money off it. It was pretty lucrative.
from selling socks.
Yeah. You
Oh,
gotta
okay.
listen. I can't remember when he told that story. It was probably right around Modown. Just before
Oh yeah, right around.
Modown. So I want to say it was like in June. He was on that podcast. So.
That is quite the story.
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting deal. I don't know how I'd feel. I guess you know what. Once they're gone, I don't care what you do with them. You know?
I wonder if there's a place where you could buy used panties to smell.
Yeah, I wonder. Did you ever watch Orange is the New Black?
I wonder.
Oh yeah, I love that Orange is the New Black episode. It's probably one of my favorite episodes.
They
from
sell
that.
the underwear from the prison.
Yeah. Well, actually, that lasted like pretty much half that season.
Yeah.
That was the whole
Yeah.
basis around that season.
'Cause I'm a panty sniffing scumbag. So.
Are you?
Oh, sure I am.
But this dude
Sure.
would so he would go on eBay and he would wear these socks, go play basketball, or he'd go to the gym, or just go walk around the park, and then he would take these socks off and put them in a Ziploc bag.
Sure.
And then he would get on his eBay account. He'd put the picture up, and then he would type the story. These socks were just used playing basketball or whatever.
Dude is a fucking genius.
And these people are buying these socks, used socks, so they
Wow.
can go home and smell them. And the smellier the better, the crustier the better. Like Jay will wear these socks for like a week straight without washing or anything. Just put them in the Ziploc bag and be able to make like $50 a pair. Crazy.
Wow.
And this happened for a long time. Like how long did this go on
Welcome
for?
to America, folks.
Right. How long does this go on for?
God, I don't know. I think it
Almost like a year,
yeah, I
year and
think
a
it's
half.
pretty close.
Selling used socks over eBay. Is that not hilarious?
It's
And he
it's
made
it's
money.
borderline genius.
He made money doing this.
That's what I'm saying. That's why to me it's like borderline genius. You got to wear socks.
right.
Socks are dispensable. I mean, you could disposable. Excuse me, because you know what? You don't want to wear the same socks for years and years and years. Why not make money off them?
Right.
Sell them to people that are going to use them.
Or
and-
sniff them.
What? Yeah, well, that's great use out of the socks. Hey, man, I'm not knocking the hustle. I like it. I like the hustle.
They like holes in the socks, all that shit.
There's some interesting folks out there. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
can you imagine like back in the days? I mean, you could have sold underwear, everything on eBay back then. I remember somebody paid $1,500 for a fork that Korn used.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they were buying all kinds of crazy shit. Like why couldn't you like sell panties?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure somebody's doing that. Somebody has to be selling panties.
If you
I would
need,
say so.
if there's a market out there for fat guy underwear with skin marks, I'm in. Let me know. I can
Name your opening bid.
I can make buku money.
Name your opening bid.
But that was a thing. I can't believe that's such a thing. People are into smelling each other's socks. Come here, drama. Take your shoe off. I want to smell it.
Yeah, I think $50 is. I think you should charge $100.
There was some. He got more.
That's what I'm saying.
There was some that like
if you're getting 50, the moment I saw that I was getting 50, it would immediately be like, fuck it, I'm trying 75. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna up the ante. You really want these socks? I've had them on for 4 days. The gym, leisure at home in front of the fireplace. You got, they're oaky. They're kind of oaky right now because I was in front of the firewood.
Yeah, but they want them
you
smelly,
could-
don't they? They want them like.
Yeah, well, just all different scents, man. You run with it.
He said he like couldn't
Run
get
with
him,
it.
He couldn't get him smellier, so he like make it like a vinegar concoction and like try to get him smellier because like the
That's not a
smellier
bad
they were,
idea.
the better.
This dude sounds like an innovator.
Yeah, I could run with him at the gym under my armpits. See if that works.
Literally.
Or
there's
or
something
just
out
wear him
there.
at the gym. Yeah.
There is anything that you type into the internet nowadays, you will see how deeply, deeply disturbed people are out there. Because you could type in right now, like toilet seat fetish, and thousands of things will pop up.
I seen this one porn. They were blowing smoke on the guy's penis.
Yeah,
Like,
it is
from a
it's
cigarette and just blowing
ridiculous.
smoke. I'm like, how does that even do anything? Like that? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah,
And then
how does that become a thing?
And then I was talking to a friend of mine. She's a nurse, and she said that a guy came in. He had a fucking rat in his ass.
What? You sure it wasn't a gerbil?
No, it was a rat.
Like a sewer rat?
Yeah, like he had a rat in his ass, and it's like what the fuck? And I guess he turned all blue because like he started internal bleeding because of it. I'm like, why the fuck would you put a live animal in your asshole?
Like you've heard the gerbil thing for years.
Yeah.
And that's been a thing for.
I
don't
never
know.
really. I should
Again,
thought that was
I
real.
don't know. I just don't. Look,
You should try it. Is that another way of going fuck yourself or something like that?
I don't know, but that's deeply disturbing to me.
Oh, it's gross.
Those stories are deeply disturbing.
Ooh, I mean, you put a live animal in your asshole.
No, thank you.
Why the fuck would you do that?
I'm a live animal and an asshole. That's where it stops.
I would never put you in my asshole.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Longwood says, of course you're welcome to come to the party. And
Yeah,
he also, you know what he
I'd love to
said,
come.
and something I think he's right too is like we should give some love to the Bubba Army for if it wasn't for the Bubba Army, we
Right,
would never
true,
have met like
very true.
Longwood and Red and all
Yeah.
those guys. So
No doubt.
big ups to those guys and Matt for bringing on the Bubba
Yep.
Army to the Disruption Networks too.
Absolutely. Shout out to all of them.
Yeah, so big ups to the Bubba Army and all those guys, and I know there's like legions of them. And what was the one guy telling you to step in the Bubba Gon? Like
Bubba Gon?
They follow
Yeah,
that guy around
yeah,
like he's
yeah.
like David Koresh and shit.
Yeah, I mean they literally do. It's like some Waco shit. But again, shout out to all those guys because
Yeah, man,
they
absolutely.
They help to make a lot of relationships possible.
Absolutely, 100%.
So all respect
And
to
Raz
them.
too. Raz is
No doubt.
another one we would never have got it out of there through Raz, because Raz used to be on Bubba, but he got kicked off of Bubba,
Yeah, he
right, or
did.
something like
How
that.
do you get kicked off of Bubba?
I don't know.
What do you got to do to get kicked off of Bubba?
He pissed off a lot of people. Raz can piss off some people, but
So does
I love
Bubba.
it. I love it.
yeah, I know, right? But yes, big ups to the Bubba Army for tuning in. I know some of them tune in. They tune out. They're in and out sometimes, and
Yep.
and they're like, "Oh, these guys ain't Matt," and they shut us off. And that's understandable. It's cool. It's
No
like,
doubt. Hey, man, you're not always going to like what you hear. So,
Exactly.
the option is there to listen or take a break.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of weirdos from upstate New York that drop
So-
their vowels and don't finish their sentences.
Yeah.
Raz is
Vowel
right,
dropping.
man. That was funny when we were talking about it.
He
the
said
other
it.
night.
He's like mozzarella. I'm sorry, mozzarella. I
Vowel
can't even
droppings.
say it like that way. Mozzarella.
Vowel drop.
Well, Andrew Zimmern said the same thing about upstate New Yorkers when Bizarre Food did a little feature up here on the Erie Canal. And in the Chesterfield segment, that's what he told us upstaters, that we're vowel droppers. I think that was his way of saying you guys are fucking chimps. And I don't know why I'm here.
You guys can't speak proper English.
But we can eat.
Yeah, we definitely
Yeah,
can
but
eat and drink.
he was impressed by the food, just not the people.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
It's like the food is good, but you guys are
was-
not evolved yet.
I was in a meeting when I was working out in Syracuse, and the sales manager actually said, he goes, Utica, they got great food, but yeah, the people are an acquired taste.
Yeah,
And I'm sitting right next to him, like, fuck you, dude.
yeah, get offended by it. We're still dragging our knuckles here.
Here we are. Yeah,
Like that whole 30 minutes down the throughway makes you so much better.
Yeah.
Borges checking and he says, imagine Tommy Drama wearing underwear for chicks with a pic of his face on the inside of the crotch. Hello, ladies.
That sounds like a good idea.
That we could be marketing these things with
That's
your
right.
with your face on the crotch.
It may go better in a gay bar, though. I don't know.
Whatever makes me money, I don't give a fuck what the sales demographic is just bring in the money.
Right?
Put a little drama into your crotch,
That's it.
right?
That's
What do you
it.
think?
Start
A
your
little
day with
drop in
me.
your crotch.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
And you are a crotchety old man.
Crotchety old man.
Listen, I told him today he's getting better.
No,
He's coming in with a better attitude.
There's, let me tell you something. There's something going on with this kid. I think he saw the
Something
light
going
or
on.
something. And
I had an
he's not
epiphany.
as miserable as he used to be.
No, I had an epiphany.
What's the epiphany?
I didn't have an epiphany. I just happier. I'm just happier.
Fake it till you make it, bro.
You know what I would really say it is? I'm going to give all the praise to Tyrion.
Yeah, the doggy.
Yeah, I'm going to give all the praise and love to my dog.
That's awesome.
The dog has changed me.
Yeah.
Now I have purpose. I actually go home and there's
You carry him around in your purse. And
someone excited to see me.
And there's nothing like puppy love either, man.
Yeah, last night I went Facebook Live. I've been doing that thing.
Yes.
And I'm very surprised because Utica's been showing me some love. And, of course, outside of Utica. But Utica's been showing me some love on the Facebook Live videos. I've had over 300 views
Awesome.
on, just breaking balls and doing trivial things. And, it's been a pretty good reception.
Is the heel turning face?
I'm telling you, man. I think I'm going to...
you going baby face on this kid?
I think I'm going to stick with the Facebook Live videos. I'm liking them.
Awesome, good.
I'm liking them. I'm liking the interaction.
Yeah. It's
Kinda
fun
cool.
to interact, you know?
Today I almost did one, but I wanted to save it for here. I was going to do a Facebook Live video because I finished one of my contracts. And I'm going to completely bash Berkshire Bank. They could go fuck themselves. I literally told this poor woman to close my accounts. I was screaming in the lobby there.
Now, when you say screaming, give us the tone of voice. Like, I want to hear exactly.
I was literally talking like this. I said, close my accounts now. That's how I was talking.
Right.
So I was yelling at her.
That's not really yelling. To me, it's not yelling.
Yeah, well, my face was purple, veins were popping out.
That's an Italian talk. Right?
Yeah, that's a normal conversation in my house.
This woman looked really, really afraid of me.
Okay.
She looked really I felt bad when I left. But here's the backstory. I finished the contract, and the gentleman paid me, and he gave me a check. Now, if anybody locally knows this, Berkshire Bank took over Bank of America's here locally in Utica, New York.
Okay.
And you'll be hard-pressed to find a Bank of America in Utica, New York. They're no longer here. So I had the check from Bank of America. So I just said, you know what, I'm going to go to my bank and get it cashed. And I walked in, and they wouldn't cash it. My own bank wouldn't cash it. She was like, "Oh no, you have to deposit this."
Why wouldn't you cash it? Did you have enough in the account? Because sometimes they won't cash it if you don't have enough in your account too.
I have plenty in the account.
Okay.
I didn't. Again, I lost my temper, so I didn't stick around to get the reasoning. I just said, I belong to this bank, and you're not going to fucking cash my check. And she said, no. And I said, look, close the fucking accounts now. Just close them. And I'm finished with that.
Were you cursing in there and swearing and shit?
No, I didn't swear because there was 2 women in there. But if they were men, I would have definitely been swearing. I'm a jerk off like that.
Yeah.
But I just said, close the accounts. It's over. I'm done. I'm divorcing this fucking bank. It's terrible, and I hope people are listening to this. And if somebody's on the edge with Berkshire and you heard this, just fucking leave them. Just leave them. They're terrible. Bank of America was terrible too. Fuck them.
Yeah.
And I've been getting from people, go to the credit unions.
Yeah.
Go to the credit unions, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my business to the credit unions because they'll cash a check. They don't make you wait to get interest off of your money. Sometimes you need to cash a check to get a bill paid or something like that, or maybe.
Could you have cashed it and then just withdraw right afterwards, like deposit it and then just now withdraw my money.
Well, that's the thing with them. Berkshire is funny. They want the money to sit in there for a few days to capture that interest. That's part of their whole ploy. So, and I know what they're doing. I'm a hustler, man. I'm a hustler by nature, and I'm like, I want my fucking money. That's how I am. I love money. I'm in love with money. So when I could do a quick project and I make good money, really good overhead, I want that money. I just busted my ass 12 hours.
Oh, yeah.
The next day my reward comes. I want my money. It's my fucking bank, too.
Bitch, you better have my money.
No, but I walked in the bank. I'm like, literally, what the fuck am I a member of this bank for? Literally, your only job is to cash my check.
You're holding my own money hostage. Yeah.
Right, and it's like, no, you can't have your money.
The fuck I can't.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so this was the...
did you close the accounts?
I did close the... I said, I want these accounts closed now. I'll go next door to the credit union and give them some love.
Did you?
And yeah. And then I called the gentleman that I received the paycheck from, and he just said, you know what? You have to drop me off an invoice anyway and a receipt. So I'm going to just forget about that check, and I'll bring you cash, which was cool. So he stopped down, and boom. That was all taken care of. So,
bada bing, bada boom.
Simple.
Right.
But
not simple, but...
Yeah, right. But it
wasn't much simpler, but they just cashed the check.
Yeah, I mean, I literally thought that was their job. I could see if I wasn't a member of the bank, and I went there and I wanted to cash a check, and they're like, look, you're not a member of this bank, blah, 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 blah.
The banks are crumbling. Bottom line, they've been crumbling for a while, too.
Well, they're all national banks now.
There's
a few local.
But man, did that piss me off.
The dollar really isn't worth anything anymore. It's not. There's nothing backing it anymore. Gold's not backing it. Silver's not backing it.
Either one of you guys or anybody listening like this, when I get paid, I have an obsession with $100 bills, so I don't want anything else. That's all I have. I don't want anything else.
Less in your pockets and shit. I understand. Yeah.
And then I just got paid with a stack like this because it was all 20s. So big, huge stack, and I can't even close my wallet right now.
See, I don't like.
I hate 20s. I hate 5s. I hate 10s. dollar
I
bills.
like those smaller amounts. I actually tell you the truth.
Yeah, well, you got hundreds on you because I'll trade you.
No, I don't. I don't like to keep a lot of cash on me.
That's one of my biggest problems.
I don't like to keep a lot of cash on me, and like those smaller bills I like because now when I go to the bar or if I go and stop off for something, I don't have to break 100 every time I go out somewhere. You can go buy a beer. Oh, I got $100 bill. Oh, sorry,
Now,
you can't cash that.
When I'm going to the strip club, then I don't mind the 5s and the 10s. But when somebody pays me like I was a dancer at the fucking strip club,
Destiny.
where do you get all these 5s from? Unless you're a bank teller.
Destiny drama.
Yeah, he just brought me the fucking money. I'm complaining about both people now.
You know what's funny is
He brings me the cash so I didn't have to go through this fiasco. And now I'm complaining about how I got fucking... See, this drama.
Too much. It's drama.
It's just drama.
You're never
I
satisfied.
bring the drama every day. Now I'm complaining about how I got paid.
You're never satisfied like Prince's mama.
I remember I was working at Sprint, and this guy came up and he goes, "Oh, I got to pay my bill." He looks up, see how much it is. He's like, "All right, well, I'll be right back. I go to the ATM." He comes back from the ATM, pays his bill all in like 10s and 5s. And I look at him like, and he smelled like a blunt. And I look at him like, so I go, "What ATM gives out 10s and 5s?" And it was like a $300 bill. He paid all in 10s and 5s. I'm like, dude, come on. Like, I know you're selling bud. like the whole I gotta go to the ATM and you come back with 10s and 5s. Yeah.
You never know though. I mean, he might have been selling. Yeah, well, I guess 5.
You know what I mean? 10s and
5.
5s.
Yeah, no, you got me there. I was trying to think of alternative sales he could be making, and just bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not selling crack for $5.
No.
You're not selling coke for $5.
No.
You the nickel. You get a nick of weed.
Yeah.
Right, how much crack go for?
You definitely can't get 5s. I used to sell crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody.
You used to
giving
sell
me-
crack?
Yeah, I sold crack.
To Mega?
No, I was a drug dealer. I was a drug. I have no secrets.
What year? Yeah, what
I
year
was a
was
drug dealer in the 80s and the 90s.
in the, late 80s, early 90s?
Mhm.
Yeah, high school years.
80s. What were you, like 7?
7. I wish.
How old are you, bro?
An old man.
Look who's calling me.
I can't.
Oh,
say
shit.
What is it?
He heard crack.
Right? He heard his name is what happened. You
can't say
mentioned his name.
Is it Mega?
Yeah.
Can't say his name. It's like saying Candyman 3 times. He just
Or
appears.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, exactly. Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, right.
But yeah, I had my share. I made my mistakes, man. I was young, knucklehead. I grew up in a really crazy neighborhood like you did as well, and there was a lot of that stuff going on.
Yeah.
So it was easy to get into the mix in my neighborhood. Coming up in we grew up in a hood.
We did.
So it was easy to do things like that.
I had like 4 neighbors.
Yeah, see,
I had a
I would have
tree
loved to
farm
grow up like that.
How much did
before.
crack go for back then, though?
I mean,
I never smoked it, never seen it. I smelled
20s
it,
and
but I've
stuff.
never seen it or smoked. I've done. It's a lot easier to tell you the drugs I've never done than the drugs that I actually have done.
Mm-hmm.
So, and crack and heroin and angel dust are the 3 drugs I never done.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was fancy, man. It was
Yeah.
There was little glass.
I used to
vials,
love meth. You kidding me?
Really?
Little glass vials, and they had different colored tops on them, and that would indicate what the price was. So if you got like a red, it was like 50. 20 might have been yellow. So
Did you ever smoke crack?
no, I've never done a drug in my life.
Yeah, you never. Yeah,
Nope.
never done a
I
drug.
mean,
in
weed
life.
has always been my thing.
Right.
Alcohol is, I would say, was my demon my whole life.
That's great that you've had this willpower for so long, being surrounded by
look,
all the drugs that
the only-
happen in this
I
town,
have to
and
say
you
that.
also dealing as well back as when you were a kid.
My
and stuff.
boys, and I love every one of them, and I don't judge them, and I never have, but they also say that to me because I grew up with dudes, and still to this day, and again, I'm not judging anybody, but a lot of my close friends, they like to party, man. They'll
Yep.
sniff, they do their thing, and they're not ashamed of it. I'm not saying names, obviously, but people know their stories anyway. They're not, ashamed to say it. Whatever. That's their business.
Right.
But they often say those things to me as well. That
It's impressive.
well, to them, they're like, it's crazy that you've been around us for 20-something years, 30 years in some cases, and literally, I've never, ever, ever tried a drug in my life besides weed. I don't take
Weed's
I
not
don't-
a drug.
Right, but what I'm saying is, people out there would consider weed a drug. I don't consider it a drug. Nobody here
No.
considers it a drug. But I don't. I'm the type of dude. I don't take aspirin. I don't take any pills. When I had my emergency surgery on my appendix, it ruptured, and I almost died. I went septic, and never had any interaction with that stuff. So I had an allergic reaction to the pain medication because I never took pain medication or anything like that, not even aspirins. Yeah, I'm a really strange dude when it comes to that stuff.
You are a strange dude.
Yeah, I don't take anything. If I got a headache,
I don't blame you though.
I just deal with it.
This shit's not good for you.
You know, I feel like a lot of people when they get into the pills and the painkillers and shit like that. I've had a plethora of injuries and surgeries and things like that. So I got all this stuff, you know, and I don't like to take it a lot. And I feel like a lot of people
terrible for you,
right? And I feel like sometimes you got to feel a little pain, you know. And I think like people like, oh, my back's starting to hurt, so they pop some more pills, or my legs hurting, so I got to pop more pills. And it's like, dude, sometimes you got to feel that pain. There's times I'm sitting, I'm like writhing in pain. I'm like, oh shit, that's right, I got medication for this.
Well,
and once in a blue moon, I'll take it. But I think that's it. As soon as people like start to feel that wear off, they don't want to deal with the pain, so they just dope themselves up,
right?
And then they get caught into this like.
You literally just said what I was about to say. After a while, it's not even the pain anymore.
Right.
While you're taking the pills, you literally are in pain if you're not on the pills.
Right. You
You
just
know,
feel
it literally
like
just turns. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it literally fucks your entire system up.
I'm in pain every day with my arthritis.
I'm in pain
every day of my
all
foot.
over
My
the
right
place.
foot
I have-
is loaded with arthritis.
You know, my stepfather, he's had a myriad of medical issues since I was a little kid. You know, he had open heart surgery when he was 12, pacemaker at 30. He beat cancer, you know, stage 4 cancer. He beat that. You know, and the experimental seed implant that they put in at the time because he had prostate cancer and he had it at stage 4. It was really, really advanced, and I didn't think he was going to make it.
It's stage 4 cancer, and he made it through.
Yes, he beat it. But
Wow.
they gave him an experimental seed implant that they put around the prostate. But the negative downside to it is that it gave him severe arthritis and severe osteoporosis.
The side effects.
Yeah, he's constantly, and I mean in excruciating pain daily. You know, it's hard for him to move, you know, walk. He's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, a lot of medication.
And, yeah, they gave him hydros for years and years and years.
Yeah.
But that will take its toll on your internal organs.
Right,
Right.
absolutely. Fucks
So-
your liver up.
Best way to tell this story is,
it fucks your emotions up too.
yeah, I mean, you could see the changes, especially now. I see them, of course, because it's my father.
Right.
But years back, you know, when the medical marijuana thing just started to, like, get coverage, his brother-in-law, you see, half of my stepfather's family are Indians. Real, legitimate Muskegon Indians.
Indigenous.
Yeah. And they're from Muskegon. And there's, you know, the dispensaries were out there first in Michigan. That was one of the first states. So he started to, you know, get some pain management, weed and stuff like that. And then obviously it made its way to New York. But he does so much better on cannabis.
Oh, I believe it.
With
Totally.
the pain management.
Yeah.
He even had it in a syrup form at one point.
Does he eat it?
Like on his pancake syrup.
No, they actually give you no, it was a cough syrup.
Oh,
They literally had it as a cough syrup.
Oh, yeah.
And he was taking it like that, but now, you know, we smoke together.
Oh, good.
You know, but he smokes for pain management.
yeah. See,
And
like,
it works well for him. And I see a difference in his demeanor too.
oh, and his attitude probably.
Absolutely,
everything. Yeah.
I mean, because he loves being high anyway, so.
Yeah, it's a double factor right there. I mean,
Yeah.
gets rid of the pain and you feel better. But like I know with me, like I've had both my feet had surgery, my knee had surgery, shoulder surgery, hip surgery. I have a bad back and a bad neck. So
Jeez.
every day I'm in so much fucking pain.
I'm with you, brother.
You know what I mean? And this is kind of what sparked me, you know, working out and everything. It's like I got so. I felt like I couldn't do anything, and then I was on a lot of pain pills for a while, and I just kind of got in that like, oh, I can't do anything.
Yeah, it
and
makes you
I never
lethargic.
wanted, and then I got a little bit of depressed because I can't go hiking like I wanted to. I can't like do it hurt to sit, it hurt to walk, it hurt to lay down. You know, if I lay down this side, my shoulder, you know, right side, you know, my hip, left side, my shoulder. I'm like, fuck.
Let me ask you, though, since you lost all this weight, though, has your pain management gone down?
It has definitely gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
And because I also I didn't just lose the weight, I've also built a lot of muscle around it. So like my back, I haven't really had any back pain. I mean, I got a little nagging pain, but like
Yeah, but you're
there's times I'd be down and out.
you
Like,
shed off 50 pounds, so it's an extra
Right.
weight. You're
You're not
getting off
carrying
your
it around.
back,
I mean,
you know?
that's
and I do a lot
trauma
of
on your
back
system.
exercises too to strengthen up my back. So and I think that helped a lot.
No doubt.
Same thing with my shoulder. You know, like I was told I'd never be able to bench again. I'm technically supposed to go in for another surgery. And what were we putting up the other day? Like a couple weeks the last time we were up there? Like
like 280.
Yeah. So I just had to fight through the pain.
Uh-huh.
And there's a lot of times I want to quit. My brother's like, don't quit. Fight through the pain.
Yeah.
I was going to physical therapy for an arm issue.
I get it too, dude.
It was crazy. And I'm like, I couldn't even hold anything, my left arm.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to stop going. And you just got to fight through that pain, and it goes away.
You guys could bench like 200 more pounds than me.
Then you weigh.
Max out at 80.
But like, and that's it. Like sometimes
You haven't even tried. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
you got to deal with the pain, man. Sometimes you got
have
to
to.
feel it and
Right.
just work through it instead of like trying to mask it with every kind of drug. And that's what pisses me off about a lot of these doctor offices too. You go in there with a pain or a problem.
Right.
They will do a couple of tests. Oh, that came out negative. Here's a shitload of pain pills. Good luck.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Go mask it.
Yeah. We don't take care of the problem. We just
Oh yeah,
mask
but
it.
that's they're all complicit, man. That's the moneymaker.
And then they wonder why we
that's
have
the money train.
We have such a problem with opiates and shit in this country.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Tommy, a testament to your dad. Raz is checking in, and he says the same treatment killed his uncle.
Really.
So same treatment as
Yeah, I'm going to say something.
Your dad.
I have to shout out, my pop, man, because this guy, when he was, I think he was 11 years old, he like fell out of a tree and he broke his arm, and literally got rushed to the hospital. And when they doing testing on him when he was at the hospital, they noticed that his heart wasn't beating correctly. Now, you're talking, this is, this guy's in his late 60s. So this is a long time ago, before the advances, obviously, that we have now. And they found out that all of his ventricles and everything were like a spider web. They were all, intertwined, and his heart was bad. And he, his heart rate would slow down to like 14 beats a minute at night. So he had open heart surgery when he was like 12 years old, and he's in the medical record books for that.
Wow.
In upstate New York, I think it was in Rochester, I believe. He had one of the, if not the first, heart surgery around here, open heart surgery. They literally told my grandparents when he was a young man, don't expect a long life out of him. This was a long time ago. Don't expect a long life out of him.
And how old is he now?
He's, I believe he's either 68 or 69. I believe it's 69 this summer. Now, by the time he was 30, I remember this. By the time he was 30, I remember my mother coming home a wreck. She was like, his heart is at that point terrible, and they gave him a pacemaker. And
At 30.
At 30, he already had a pacemaker. At 40,
crazy.
Wow.
These things happen in 10-year intervals. At 40, he had to have a triple angioplasty because he had some blockages. And I was coming home from college. Never forget this story. I came home from college, and he was asleep. He was working at the hospital over here, and he was asleep on the Barker Lounger. And when I walked in the door, I called my mother immediately because his neck, all the way into his face, was all swelled.
Wow.
And he was literally like almost like blue.
Ooh.
And he was breathing like really, really shallow. So I called my mother. I'm like, look, I'm calling an ambulance right now. I don't know what's wrong with him. Because if I wake him up, he's going to be like, no, I'm fine. And he was going to the doctors because he was swelling up, and they were telling him, it's good old Utica doctors telling him that he was having allergic reactions to medication. Come to find out, thankfully, he got rushed upstate, and they found that he had blockages. He had the triple angioplasty, so he recovered from that. They changed the battery and his pacemaker, all this stuff. Then I think it was by the time, I want to say like he was 50-something, and boom, he's got cancer. So this guy's never had a break. Never had a break. And he used to I remember when I was younger, he used to always tell us, like, we need to be close because, I don't have a lot of time, and enjoy your time with me because I don't have a lot of time. I'm going to die. And his brother passed away, which was his best friend in 91. So at 44 on a motorcycle, he got hit by a drunk driver. So, I mean, this guy's been through the wars, man. He's been through the wars, and he's still kicking, man. He retired, but he still works over at Home Depot. He just, and when I go visit, he's always doing something. Now, this is a guy that could make the excuse that, look, I'm in so much pain I can't move, but he's always doing something.
Well, and that's it. He probably has to.
No, he's just the way he's built, man.
Right.
Just the way he's
If
built.
he sits still, then it's like, oh, man.
He doesn't care how much.
Worthless.
So, like, if I go, you guys know how I am. I bitch and moan about a lot of things, especially I'm really paranoid, and I'm not afraid to say this, like a lot of people. Millions of people are like myself. I'm not good with health issues. So if something happens to me, I become like a big baby, and I'm afraid and stuff like that. So for him, like if I'm complaining about something, he's just like, you're acting like a bitch. He's been through it all. He's like, man the fuck up, So it's like, for him, it's hard
Smack you up a little bit, huh?
No, not like that, but I mean, he's just, for him, it's like, mothers are there. They're like, oh, what's up, man? For him, he's like, nothing's fucking wrong, He's good. Leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? He's letting man the fuck up. He's got the flu. Tell him to go fuck himself. I was dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
This guy, he's amazing, man. I got to shout him out. He's really resilient, man.
Yeah.
He's done his thing, and he's recovered from a lot. So for him, this is all like bonus coverage for him.
Right. Like,
seriously, that's how he talks to me. We're puffing. He says to me, look, these years of my life, I didn't think I was going to make it past, 40 or 50. He's like, this is all bonus coverage for me. I'm having a blast. He's healthy, and, I mean, he's got his issues, but like he had, he wants to go get a shoulder surgery because he's always in pain. And my mother's like, smoke your weed, Ray. And he,
so he prefers to smoke it than eat it, or
he has, he's
cream.
He's tried, he has access to all, but we have like a really interesting household because my mother doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke, she doesn't do anything like that.
Your mom's a saint, huh?
Yes, that's how she is, man. Literally. And my mother doesn't like to hear, to this day, she doesn't like to hear that I smoke.
My mother's the same way, too. She
does not like it.
The way me and my brother explain it, it's like talking about sex. Like, like they know we do it,
right?
But they don't want to hear about it,
right?
The same thing.
So we'd kill it with humor. There was years back, we were at a family party, and my brother came in from Florida, and we were smoking with our father outside, and we went inside afterwards, and my mother happened to be in the kitchen, and we were walking in, and everybody's eyes were just shut, bloodshot. And my stepfather walked in after us, so she was just like looking at me, and she's like, "Are you high?" And I'm like, "Come on, Ma." She's like, "I'm serious. Are you high?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Where did you get it from?" Like, your husband. Killed that discussion really quick.
I remember one time my cousin came over the house, and he had a bowl, and he hands it to me afterwards. I'm like, "Oh shit, watch out for my dad, right?" He's like, "All right." So my dad comes in the room, I take off, right? So my cousin tells me this. He goes, my dad goes, here's a bowl. He's smoking. He goes, "Yeah, watch out for my kid." He goes, "That's funny because his lips are on it just before yours." And he's like, "Oh shit."
Exactly. But now that everything is coming to fruition the way that it has,
right?
My mother's a really intelligent woman as well. So she's done a lot.
She sees it help people.
Yeah, she does. So I mean, she's come around with a lot of different things, man. Yeah. She's been studying up, and she obviously sees every day. They've been married over 40 years, so she sees the benefits of how it helps him. So she's come around with a lot of things. Not, she'll never smoke, but my mother actually drank a couple glasses of wine on New Year's when we went out to New Year's Eve when we went out to dinner. So I like to see my mother unwinding because, she's had the weight of the world on her for a long, long time, and she's the type of woman I gotta shout her out, man, because she doesn't do anything for herself ever. My mother doesn't buy clothes. She doesn't do it, and we offer to do things for her, and she just doesn't want like things like that. She just wants us around happy. That's it.
That's beautiful, though, man.
I know, man, but I hate to, I'm not trying not to play the violin for everybody, but literally she's the most selfless person that I know.
That's awesome.
She just doesn't care about anything that has to do with her. If we were breaking down and said, look, she's got $700 in her account and we needed it, she would literally just give it to us. That's just the type of woman she is. So I don't know where I came from.
I don't know where you came from either.
But thank you for bringing me into the world.
Somebody said they had a challenge for us.
What we got a challenge?
Yeah,
challenge.
Sorry, but the name is like Adel Lederker. I don't know.
Whatever. What's the challenge?
Said they have 6 cheese stuffed recipes, and we choose one, but it's on YouTube, so I haven't watched it yet. But
6 cheese stuffed recipes?
yeah, I don't know what the challenge is though.
6 cheese stuffed recipes. So we're gonna have to eat some of the stuff. I'm down. I love cheese.
What's the challenge?
What's your favorite cheese?
Oh man, I'm really big into cheese.
Yeah,
As
me too.
Everybody could see by my figure.
Who doesn't love cheese?
Yeah, but bro, I'm one of those guys where there's nights where like I'll get home after a long day of work and you just you're beat, especially in the construction field. You're just beat. You don't want to cook, and I love cooking, but sometimes it's just not there for you. And I'll literally cut up some pepper jack cheese, and take out some crackers and some cherry peppers and just
mange.
Yeah, just kill that. Just something like olives, just something simple like that, little platter instead of cooking. That's how much I like cheese. I got you come to my house and there's a bunch of different cheeses.
Nothing
there.
but cheeses.
Yeah, I got.
What's the challenge? Did they chime in?
No. They didn't give us the challenge. They said just posted the recipe.
Okay.
So I think it's somebody we know. I don't know by the.
I'm down for
name.
recipes. We all like to eat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely. Let's do it.
everything with cheese and hot sauce.
What's your favorite kind of cheese?
Oh man,
I'm huge with hot sauce, man.
what cheese did you pick?
I like all
Everything.
different. Yeah,
I do too. But
I like port wine cheese, pepper jack, Monterey. I'm all over.
What's
with
your
the cheddar.
go-to? What's your go-to? Like if you're grocery shopping, and like, oh, there's
Provolone.
Provolone.
I love provolone, but I like Pecorino Romano. Like
Yeah.
I buy
Sometimes
the
I switch them do with Swiss if you want something real
A
melty.
little Swiss, a little Asiago.
Asiago.
Asiagos. I'm a big fan of that as well.
Big ups to Danielle's next door, man. We just went over there for lunch.
Killer set.
Horseradish cheese,
Killers.
beer cheese.
Oh, I like horseradish cheese.
Beer cheese is good too.
Yeah, big ups to those guys though at next door at Danielle's here on Mohawk Street in
Yeah.
Utica, Mohawk and James Street. Great place, amazing deli, amazing food. And we just manged. Chicken ordered a meatball, turned into a meatloaf.
Yeah,
He's like, I want the meatball platter over here.
It was a
And
stuffed meatball.
We got that roast beef panini, which was incredible.
oh, it was great.
Roast beef, and it had Pecorino Romano cheese on it.
Oh, so good.
And I got mine with the roasted red peppers, horseradish, and cherry peppers. Give it a little bit of extra kick.
Yeah, it was definitely an extra.
Everybody
little kick,
knows
though.
the deal with Danielle's here locally.
Oh,
So
it's the
good.
best, man.
Great
They're
place,
right
man.
up there with the top notch, upper echelon.
We're blessed here in Utica, New York. We got
Yes.
some
Oh, yeah,
wonderful,
they're the
wonderful food. I want to throw one thing out there quick.
Yeah, go ahead,
just
man.
for later on. All
right.
So I have something extra to talk about tomorrow on Back Talk.
Okay.
If anybody listening has an idea for me later on when I settle in for a Facebook Live video, chime in and give me some ideas.
I want to see a video of you fucking yourself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think they'll allow that.
I'm
content.
okay with that.
Yeah.
What about
I mean, since everybody tells you to go fuck yourself all the time, I
Yeah.
might as well make a
I
video of
literally-
it.
I got a Facebook. Listen to this. I got a message on Messenger after my second Facebook video.
Yeah.
My first hater that was like, your video is fucking stupid too, just like your show.
It's great.
what they're watching?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like, exactly. I'm like, why?
It's working.
I just do this. This
On
is
top of the 100,000 downloads we got here.
I give him the thumbs up emoji. That's all I do.
See, you're
How about
striking
this
in there,
time?
brother. I love it.
You're always talking about this food you're cooking. How about like doing a little Facebook Live of you
I
cooking
did that
this
last
food?
night.
Oh, is that what you did?
Yeah.
I don't watch your shit.
Do it again.
Well, tonight, last night after I cooked all of that, I had my landlord stop down, and we were drinking, so talking and drinking and discussing the future of what drama's getting into. I told you off of there's going to be, it's probably going to be my place really, really soon. So, which is a good thing. And after everything was done, I didn't even eat it. I let it cool off, and I put it in a container, and that's going to be leftovers for tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, so I just got to boil pasta later. But right now I'm filled up.
Chicken.
Apparently, I have to do something here on. We have to watch the video. Once we're on break, I'll watch the video. And
Okay.
We'll give it a listen. See what the challenge is here.
It's the cheese challenge.
That's what it looks like.
Is that what you said it was?
Yeah, it's something to do with 6 stuffed cheese recipes or something.
What is your what would be your go-to? Like, what's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal. I
if
love seafood. I'm a, like
If somebody was
I
gonna-
guess crab legs or lobster.
Or for him to
something
cook.
Like
Right,
that
somebody
would
was
be
gonna-
my thing.
if somebody was gonna
I'd
cook-
fucking cook.
Oh,
No, I'm saying if somebody was going to cook for you, what would your request be? Something like that.
Yeah, like crab legs or lobster or something
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
a
I
big
love
fan of
that
that, too.
stuff. I love any
What about
kind
you?
of seafood.
yeah. I'm a little weird because I like so many different kinds, but I usually go something Italian. Maybe a Riggy's or stuffed shells type of shit. Or
Shit, he'd love to come over to my house and eat dinner then.
What about you?
One of the meals that I cook, my thing is like a fried diablo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I love
That's
seafood.
Seafood.
is that your specialty? Like your go-to dish that you're best at, or?
I'm listen. I'm not
signature
trying
dish.
to.
Tommy's a great cook.
Yeah,
man.
I'm a really good cook, man. I really could cook
Not denying
anything. But I love. Now that you said that, I love cooking seafood, and I have dozens of dishes that I cook, and I just started especially over the last year and a half, experimenting with different dishes, and my favorite one though is it's like arrabbiata, means angry in Italian, and it's like a spicy
yeah.
red sauce. I use fresh San
Penny
Marzano.
arrabbiata.
Yeah, fresh San Marzano, tomatoes, mussels, clams, shrimp, calamari, you name it, it's in there. Scallops. So it's delicious. But you have
Sounds
to
delicious.
you have to like a bit spicy.
Yeah, I feel like we're so surrounded by Italian food all over here. Like it's like my least go-to nowadays.
I'm a meat eater
I
as
love
well.
a big like prime rib or steak or something like
said the same
that
thing.
too.
I'm
I
a-
love prime rib.
Me too.
So
I
do
love
I.
prime rib.
Prime rib and like nice rare roast beef.
And barbecue too. I'm a big fan of barbecue.
I like it when the warm weather hits.
I'm getting better at. I've been experimenting with barbecuing. I got a grill a couple years ago, and so I've been like testing the waters and like my barbecuing skills, and
Yeah.
I'm coming along pretty good. I had a good teacher, Leonard. Lenny.
Yeah.
He's usually doing a cook. He gets kind of pissed off when I start cooking. He tries jumping. I'm like, no, I got this.
To the fans
You
of
know what I mean?
barbecue, dinosaur barbecue, there's this one sandwich that I get when I go there, and the listeners will know the name, but they have like their coleslaw on the pulled pork sandwich.
Yeah.
For
Delicious.
a guy that doesn't like barbecue, that would be my last style of cuisine that I like. I'm not a huge fan of it.
No?
But no, that right there, big fan of that sandwich.
Yeah.
See, I can cook a chicken on the grill, like get it nice and tender where you could cut it with a fork. Like usually when you get chicken on the grill, it's like dry and like
Yeah, it's easy to dry out
I've
quickly,
actually
right.
gotten it to the point where I can make it nice and juicy and like keep it right in there. But like my signatures, I usually go with stews. I usually make a lot of
I'm a
stew
big
and
fan of
chili
stew,
and
yeah.
things like that. But I make everything with beer.
We should do one of these.
You do the chickens with the beer. You stuff the chicken cans up in the chicken.
I say we
You ever have a
you got Chicken Lenny's famous for all that.
garbage
shit.
can turkey?
That garbage can
Yeah.
turkey too. That's another.
You know what we should do too before the Super Bowl, maybe the championship game weekend. We should do. I don't know. I'm a big fan of venison. You like venison?
You should be
So we
doing.
just put do like Wago beef and coconut crab. I don't know what those are.
I'll try it.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Coconut crab is.
But there's this venison a stew stew
nice.
that I make with long hots,
oh yeah.
and it's like in a.
Try not to fuck with the long hot too much.
Yeah,
Because
but-
it burned my asshole.
Yeah,
man.
big
Oof.
time, right?
Well, literally,
fucked me
you
up.
you want to eat this stew. You don't even have to eat the long hots. You'll just have a little bit of spice in the stew. And if you wanted the extra kick, obviously you eat the long hots, with it. But the heat from the long hots really, really is a good marriage with the gaminess from the venison, and it kind of kills that. It really is a good marriage. It's delicious.
Raz is-
if you're a stew guy.
Raz is checking in. He says he's an Alfredo master. That's his forte.
Raz, that I'm gonna have to say something. That took me because I used to get many requests. All of my nieces,
He likes things creamy.
my sister, my ex-girlfriends, they're big fans of Alfredo sauces. So I've done quite a few different variations. Everybody does chicken and broccoli Alfredo, things like that. But I've gotten pretty good myself.
Yeah.
Make a good Alfredo sauce.
Yeah, like I sometimes just like come up with shit and just like cook on the fly and just like
Stoner's
mix a bunch of-
delight.
Yeah, like what do I got in the house, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I
Literally
put something
done the same
together, and
thing.
I can't remember what
That's
it
how
was.
Riggy's was invented. Just throwing shit together.
So both and this girl I was dating, they were bugging me for the recipe. I'm like, I don't have one, dude. Like I just kind of threw a bunch of shit together.
Yeah, that's it.
And like Silbert went out and like looked at everything I bought and like bought it just so he could recreate it at home.
Really?
And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I just grabbed shit I had and just
I
threw it
did the
together.
same thing with a couple pasta
Stoner's
dishes.
delight.
Literally a couple pasta dishes. One night I was I had a little bit of stock left, some white cooking wine, and I had linguine, and it was one of those between paycheck meals, and I'm looking in the refrigerator, and I'm like, oh man, what do I got in here? And I'm looking, and I had roasted red peppers, and I had some artichoke hearts. So I threw the artichoke
Love all
hearts,
that shit.
tossed the artichoke hearts with the roasted red peppers, with the stock and the white wine, a little bit of garlic and olive oil. Ooh. Incredible, man. Talk about a quick pasta dish.
You're making me hungry again.
I'm telling you, this is one that'll make the panties drop too. The ladies like that dish.
When I make like a stir fry, I use vinegar. I don't use oil.
I love stir fry too.
I just put vinegar. I cook the chicken with the vinegar and I cover it.
Oh yeah,
and it makes it nice and juicy and then when you cut it open and like chunk it up and you put the vegetables all in one pan, and the vinegar actually like makes the vegetables pop. Gives a little more zest.
Nice, buddy. I'm going to make a little zest in the bathroom because I got to pee. I'm going to crack open a beer. We're celebrating 100,000 podcast downloads.
100,000 downloads.
100,000 downloads. So we're celebrating. We're going to take a quick little break. Be right back.
There's a different group to get pissed off at you in this country for everything you're not supposed to say. Can't say fruit, can't say faggot, can't say queer, can't say Nancy boy, can't say pansy. Can't say nigger, boogie, jig, jigaboo, skinhead, jungle bunny, mooly, moulin, or schwarzer. Can't say yid, heeb, zeeb, kike, maki, dago, guinea, wop, ginzo, greaser, greaseball, spick, beaner, oye, tiger, PR, mick, donkey, turkey, limey, frog, squarehead, kraut, jerry, hun, chink, jap, nip, slope, slopehead, zip, zipperhead, gook. There is absolutely nothing wrong. There is absolutely nothing wrong with any of those words in and of themselves. They're only words. It's the context that counts. It's the user. It's the intention behind the words that makes them good or bad. The words are completely neutral. The words are innocent. I get tired of people talking about bad words and bad language. Bullshit. It's the context that makes them good or bad.
You're listening to EC Radio on the Disruption Network. You know what the hell you're listening to?
It's EC Radio.
Payday and the boss ain't got it. Talking about the weather like he wanna change the topic. Stop it, the rain ain't gon' fat on my pocket. The pain from being billions in the option. So tell her better have every dollar. Full referee, throw a pack for horse collar. The last 15 yards, but the show teller learn how to break a nigga jawline. Better get your mind right, mind right. Bitch, better have my money. Talking every dollar, dollar. Bitch, better have my money. Talking every dollar, holler. Better have my money. Talking every dollar, holler. If it ain't today, if it ain't today, if it ain't today, then it better be tomorrow. Tomorrow. On my Rick Flash shit, girls hacking in and trying to flip another trick. Yeah, when the strip get busy, sending my money make a big pretty. Can't forget gin and jail, 55 checks inside, promise passion. Pick a position, but if you lick them, then I take that ass fast, directly with commission. Yo, you better have your wallet, wallet. Bitch, better have my money. Talking every dollar, dollar. Bitch, better have my money. Talking every dollar, holler. Better have my money. Talking every dollar, holler. If it ain't today, if it ain't today, if it ain't today, then it better be tomorrow. Tomorrow. If it ain't today, then it better be tomorrow. Ain't playing games with you, partner. You owe me 5 like every time you pop up. I won't front, but I cash it. You wanna other hand be looking when I'm asking. But I'm full fat 20. See me looking high cause I'm always money. Call you up, can they go straight to voicemail? I need every dollar and you leaving me no choice here. Nigga, get your mind right, mind right. Bitch, better have my money. Talking every dollar, holler. Bitch, better have my money. Talking every dollar, holler. Better have my money. Talking every dollar, holler. If it ain't today, if it ain't today, if it ain't today, then it better be tomorrow. Tomorrow. If it ain't today, then it better be tomorrow.
Before Rihanna, there was Street Rock Mafia. It's EC Radio. Bitch, better have my money.
Can't believe you guys stole that song from her.
Check, right? More like the other way around. But anyways, you can check that out on YouTube. The video's great. Ayo knocked it out of the park. The front man from Street Rock Mafia knocked it out of the park. He's a great videographer, and if you need stuff done, you can check out his stuff out. Can you shut that off, chicken? Thank
I
you.
didn't realize it turned up. I turned it up to watch that video. The
Space Station, and he's got audio optics going on right now. So we'll be chopping up with AO really soon, actually. Me and him been talking about doing some things in the future. So, Yes, looking forward to that, and hopefully we can bring you a Street Rock Mafia show or 2 or 3
The Z
in
Fest,
2018. So
Z-Fest coming soon.
we got to give big ups to some of the people because Tommy was watching the video and he was like, "Who are some of these girls in the video?" I go, "Well, one is Tommy Borgia's mom, faithful listener of EC Radio and Disruption Networks." Tommy listens to us every day. His mom is in the video. We had a blast. She brought a whole bunch of girls. She's like, "I could bring some girls for you."
That was a great day.
So much fun. And then our friend Karen in there, she's the one with the breast implants, dancing all sexy. And AO's wife, I should say, was in there as well, Laura. And there's a few other girls. Our girl Zizi, Madam Zizi, you could check out at Turning Stone Casino, usually every weekend at Turquoise Tiger, doing her jazz thing. Zizi was also in that, who also sings on the album as well.
This poor girl I never let into the bar on Thursday nights. She would always come she must be come back from a gig or something. She'd come back so late, like, I can't let you in. And then one day she came in, I'm like, fine, I'll let you in.
Yeah,
I didn't know who she was. I didn't know who she was.
That's my girl, man. That's my girl. We got to have her on the show really, really soon.
Some that dick bouncer that never lets her in.
Girl's got amazing pipes, though.
Fucking chicken.
She is a gem in this area as far as vocalists go. And you can check her out. She's on YouTube, and she's got a bunch of stuff out there. Madam ZZ, or ZZ, or however. Zainab, her real name is so.
What's that?
Zainab.
Zainab?
Yeah, Iranian. She's Middle Eastern descent.
It's a cool name.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, indeed. So yeah, Street Rock Mafia there. It's Z. It's Chicken. It is Tommy Drama joining us today.
Yes, sir.
We're chilling. Hey, want to mind everybody tomorrow morning. Back Talk will be in effect in its new time slot.
The Friday debut.
The Friday
10
debut.
to 12 p.m.
Amigo's going to join us tomorrow.
That's right. Amigo's coming in.
You guys are what? Some more cousins or
something? Yeah,
that's
my cousin, yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, sir.
But before that, we have the D-line.
But that's coming up in a little bit.
Yep. That's right.
That's coming up
6 o'clock.
Just a little bit.
Guess,
I'm going to be tuning in.
Sean Gaffney, he'll be joining us.
The Gaffmeister. Crazy Fools. Let's give a big plug for his band, the Crazy Fools. Great local band. Great local band, so check them out.
We did pretty good with our picks last week.
Did you?
Yeah, we did.
Well, I'm 50%.
You went half and half.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
I went. Well, I think I had 50%.
I had KC and
I picked the Bills.
I had the Rams.
I picked the Bills.
Yeah,
I picked KC too.
I picked the Jags. My heart was with Buffalo, but
I went 50% as well.
50-50.
I did.
Was anybody the big winner last week?
I don't know. Still's got the.
He's got the list.
I did pick Atlanta, and they won, and I picked New Orleans as well. So they won.
Yeah, when New Orleans and
my AFC picks were fucked up.
Jags.
We've talked about this before, though, Chicken. As far as your crew goes, you got a pretty solid crew.
I do.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Silbreth is really attention detailed type of guy. He's very notes written, OCD type of dude, and you kind of need that.
And he comes out once in a while with that Rain Man stat, like out of fucking nowhere. 1942 in a rainy day
that's how I am.
On December 31st, there's only been one touchdown in the fourth quarter.
And then Caleb, you got Caleb, who's like an analytics smart guy. He's got some insider knowledge too, as well, being in the professional sports world that he is.
And he also brings a different perspective.
Isn't he a scout?
Yeah. He brings like a different perspective, like a.
We're not allowed to say for who though.
In-house, you know what I mean? Like he understands how the business works. You know what I'm saying? Like looking for a scout, looking for young guys that develop talent. He brings that that experience,
right?
And like a lot of times we bring guests on that have their own, like coaches and things like that. Like when Frank Cristiano came on, that was a great show because we got to see like he was a football coach.
Yeah.
For a college team, he played college football. You know what I'm saying? Like Doug Marrone was his position coach.
Right.
So it's cool to see things from that perspective. So I like to try keeping different guests coming in and like hearing different perspectives.
Plus you have some of the bands come in too who are huge football fans.
Right.
Gaffney's in a pretty popular band around town. You've had a couple of musicians on the D-line.
We even had our boy Mojo. Mojo played college football.
Another one played college football.
Told a story about Boomer Size and talking trash to him at a game, at a high school game he was in.
Played high school football with Jumbo Elliott.
Yeah.
Was another one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He also he won the state championship for his team. Sachem High School down on Long Island. Back in he's like he's my Al Bundy.
He can tell you every single person by name and what position they're in.
But Johnson was more athletic than Al Bundy.
Oh yeah. Although Al Bundy was a pro football player.
Yeah.
Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill was.
Yeah, he was actually a pro football player.
Right, and he had 4 touchdowns in one high school.
Okay. Polk High.
But no, Johnson was a great, and then he went on to play at Ithaca and then
Yep.
CW Post, and Johnson went on to play football.
So for
a
many
while,
years,
and coach football for many years too.
It was funny too because like I used to watch a lot of football games with Mike Johnson and Silbreth, who both are football coaches.
Right.
You know, so here I am coming in, listen to these guys go like, and I'm into football. You know what I'm saying? And these guys are so analytical and like talking about positions and shit like this, and it's just like, wow. I'm surrounded by so much football knowledge right now.
Yeah.
And I just soaked it all in, and I love it.
I always like to watch games with Johnson because he gets so animated when he's watching a
Oh, yeah,
game,
he does.
and he gets into the TV like he's ready to punch things and stuff. And then
Not quite as animated as when he watches Iron Maiden, though.
no doubt. But I remember one time we were hanging out at a party. I can't remember what it was, like the Super Bowl or some shit. And I'm like, Johnson, if you were the head coach right now, what would you be saying in the locker room right now? He goes, honestly, Z, I turn to the defense and I go, if you shut them out, we win the fucking game. Right now, we win the fucking game. You want to win the fucking game? Shut them fucking down. That's how we fucking win the game. And I was like, hey, you're right. Didn't happen.
Not exactly Newt Rockney's kind of a speech, but I guess it works. It's effective.
But the way Johnson puts it across, though, and Johnson is a motivating type of dude. You get around him, and
He's intense.
He's intense, but he can be enlightening too, man. Like he's been like a life coach to me for many years.
Couch sessions, baby.
Right, and you too.
Yeah.
And he can be very passionate and stuff like that. But it's just funny, man. I love that man. We got to get him back up on the show again, man. I love when he comes.
We
hang
gotta
out
get him
with
his
us.
own damn show.
I know, right?
I told him that before.
Right.
Maybe after he retires.
We call it the Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner. That's a good one.
There used to be a bar here.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Coach's
That was
Corner.
One of the first bars I ever got drunk in.
And that was the first bar I ever
myself as well.
That was the first bar I ever got acid put in my drink in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Tommy, we probably hung out at Coach's Corner together when we were in high
good
school.
Oh, yeah.
I'm probably sure we did. I can't remember
Yes,
those
we did,
days.
of course.
But now it's what?
Dunkin' Donuts.
No, it's Utica Mutual,
I miss the days when
no,
I
it's
used to
Dunkin'
just
Donuts.
walk into your office.
not Coach's Corner.
Well, it was when it was
NEC.
over at Rascals. Oh, it used to be Rascals then.
Huh?
I said I miss the days when I would walk into your bar, past your bouncers at EC, and just walk directly into the back into your office and just hang out, smoke, and then go back into the bar. People are like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm going to CZ.
I
I'm going to hang out with my boy."
walking into the bar, past the bouncers, into the bar, CZ, grab a couple other people, 15 of us, including the bouncers, walked next door to Lenny's house.
Yeah. It was good times, man. We had
a lot of great
fun
times,
But I'm glad we can actually roll all that into this, and that's exactly.
You remember
what
our
it is.
Tuesday night basketball games?
Yeah, we used to play basketball in the
Yeah.
middle of Varick Street. It was hilarious.
We used to throw the hoop right over the fence, right where that parking lot is for Nail Creek, and we would just play ball there till like 10 o'clock at night every Tuesday.
Every
and people
Tuesday.
parked their cars around us, and
Yeah,
it was fun.
it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It was different times back then.
It
Too,
wasn't as
though.
busy back then, yeah.
Right, different times back then. It's all changed now. It's gotten younger.
Yeah.
But we
Well,
got older.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah,
We
well, it's
got
definitely
older.
gotten younger, though.
Gentlemen, I got it one more time. Cheers.
Yes, sir.
100,000 downloads, man, and that
100,000.
includes you and me and Ease Beats and Biz and all the other shows attached
Home
from
Free.
Free and
Oh,
the
I got-
D-Line and all the Raz and the First 52, KKKD.
Yep.
That's everybody.
They all help.
It's all,
You know,
we're one big circle here.
To tell people out there, man, it's to encourage the person that might be thinking about doing a podcast.
Do it.
Please do it, because
Do it.
Look, for years and years and years, I knew what I was passionate about, what I wanted to do. Radio was always the thing. I'm a writer. I wanted to incorporate both, and I had ideas. And when I finally did it, I can't tell you.
You're fulfilled?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be in love with what you do. And
Absolutely.
And you love it, right?
you pick something you love, man, and this is what I want to do.
You pick something you love and you beat it to death.
This is what I want to
And
do.
that's the thing is there's no other avenue
I
to
literally love
express
it.
this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to get hired as a DJ on a radio station because I'm not going to. I don't want to. Here's your Foo Fighters for the 52nd time today.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't have the ability to do their own thing. I mean,
Been
unless-
there, done that,
Unless you're
right?
somebody like a Bill Keeler who has made their ground.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
even still, he's handcuffed to a certain degree. We love Bill, and I love appreciate everything he does. But he kind of helped lay the groundwork for what we want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But like, where are you going to go to promote your event? Where are you going to go to like see these bands play? You know, like if you want to come in here and speak your opinion like you do,
right?
You know, you can't really do that. And we're offering you that venue.
Yes, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're here. Adeline come in and she's doing her own show. Nobody else is going to do that without charging her arm and a leg. And they're going to censor it and they're going to put their own little spin on it. Whereas us here, like we can say, open our doors. You know, what do you got? You know, we can help you. We can back you. We can give you a voice.
It's one of the greatest forms of expression, man, because everybody has a story. You know?
Right.
And listen, everybody's story should be heard. Look, you see every day, like, if you look at how saturated Hollywood is, they're running out of ideas.
Right, they really
That's why
are.
they keep remaking movies, and there's all these prequels, and there's, 100 sequels to certain movies because they're running out of ideas. And it never occurs to them to just do one thing. Tell regular people's stories. Some of the greatest movies you'll ever see, Pursuit of Happiness, movies that are just about somebody that fulfilled their dream or followed their dream or did something that others would think that was unachievable or something that was impossible for them, that they achieved it. Or maybe they beat something, like I was telling my stepfather's story. Maybe they beat a disease and, their story is told. Every individual story, those are the stories that have to be told.
Yep.
And that's the platform.
Document these stories.
Right,
Get them down.
Tell your story. Don't be afraid to do it. Tell
Everybody's
your story.
got a story.
Yeah, and like we're discovering all kinds of hidden talent in this town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people coming in from
There is
artists
so-
to
yeah,
musicians
so
to
much talent.
like rap artists to videographers. I mean, there's so much talent out there right now that nobody's talking about. And these food places and restaurants and other businesses, charity events and things like that are going on that go unmentioned. Because they don't have the money to spend big bucks to go to these radio stations and TV stations.
I'll tell you another thing that's a huge thing. When I reach out to certain entrepreneurs and small business owners that want to get their message across and do a little branding for themselves and some advertisement, when we have conversations, what I run into the most is people generally are kind of, when it comes to radio, they're a little meek. And they're a little gun shy about, how am I going to sound, or I'm going to be embarrassed, I'm going to choke up. So that's a lot of it too, because a lot of my guests, potential guests, they'll be like, I want to come on really bad, but I'm afraid. And what if I run out of it? And I'm like, look, you just leave that all to Big Mouth.
Yep.
I'll lead you in the right direction, trust me. But for a lot of people, that's where it starts. They need to get past initial stage.
And you're absolutely 100% correct. I mean, there's so many times we talk to people, personal friends of yours and mine or whatever, and they're like, oh, no, I don't know, I feel stupid. I'm like, just relax, crack open a beer, hang out for a little bit.
That's it, be yourself.
And then
You've had how many conversations with me?
Right. And then I think that once they get past that, like, oh, I'm on the air, and they realize, oh, this is just shooting the shit, man.
Yeah, that's it.
And then, like, you don't have to worry about, like, working on radio station, I would drop the F-bomb or, say, oh, shit, oh, sorry, like, you can't swear. Whereas now it's like, man, if that comes out, who the fuck cares? That's one less thing you have to worry about.
Right.
Like, I know, like, people are like, oh, you're swearing. No, it's just, if it happens, man. Like, I feel like it makes people more comfortable.
And another thing I want to add is I want to thank Utica Club.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the Saranac Brewery, my good friends down there, Fred Matt, Nick Matt,
I had it a
Damon
couple
Call, Kevin Sullivan, Cliff, all those dudes, Gator, all those guys down there at the brewery. There's so many more.
Home of Brooklyn Lager.
Right.
Yeah.
They produce Brooklyn Lager. You are right about that. But I want to thank them personally for providing us with beer every week. Not only that, but what a great relationship I've had with them throughout the years.
Right.
I mean, it extends before the EC. I've had a long relationship with them, and I want to thank them for helping us out and sponsoring us and getting the word out. And they give us clothing, and you guys get into the shows and stuff like that.
And I got to say, I've had a really long relationship. I mean, they don't know about it, but I've had a long relationship with Utica Club.
Yes.
Like you guys got me on Utica Club.
Yeah, you hated it.
I hated it. No, I love it. Now I love it. I just had to get used to it.
I feel like a lot of people are like that. They're like, just look at it as like the old man beer, and they're like, oh,
it's
swill. You know what I mean?
I love it.
But
it is old man beer, though.
Listen, it grew on me.
But once you
It
taste
really
it, best thing was I went up to a Fate No More concert with my buddy Rocco and my buddy Nick was flying in from Florida. So we bring a case of UC. He's like, what the fuck are you drinking? Utica Club? Are you serious? Right?
I've
Rip it
gotten
on
a
us.
lot of that.
Then he has one. Oh, these aren't that bad.
Yeah, they're not that
He had
bad.
another one. He had another one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, see, they're not that bad, are they? And then he's like, you know what? And then the whole time he's here, that's all he drank was Utica Club.
Nice.
There's that transition period, though.
Uh-huh.
The first couple of times, you're like, the next day you wake up, you're going to be like, a couple trips to the bathroom. But
I think that's whenever you change different kinds of beer.
well, no, I'm I agree with you there. But my personal experience, a lot of people, it might not affect them that way. It was the first couple of times I was like, whoa.
Well, it's like a diet, You just
But like I said, it grew on me. They grew on me.
Our boy and your guest that's coming up in a little bit, Gaffney, checking in right now, wants to know if the UC is stocked up for the D-line. And Gaff, it is. In fact, I just put another 12-pack in there. So there's a bunch in there getting nice and cold. So we're celebrating today, brother. So come on down. Yeah. You're another big, huge supporter and have been from the beginning. We got to get the Crazy Fools to play here on EC Radio. I think that's what we need to happen.
You heard that, Gaff?
Because we got room. We're going to have room, and we're going to be putting bands in here really, really, really soon. So
plenty of room.
It's going to be happening. In fact, I was talking to my buddy, Terry Johnson from the Swamp Drivers. I just booked them for the Barden Mud Fest. Those are the guys that make instruments. They make guitars out of plungers and garden hose and frying pans and old motorcycle parts. Awesome band. More blues-driven type of band. They've been on the show before, but we're talking about them performing here in the studio. And then, you know what, Chick? I'm going to make the announcement. I want to make that announcement.
You can do it?
Yeah, because I got a big one that's coming here in the studio to play. They're going to play acoustic, though. They can't bring the whole band. But we got Enter the Haggis coming into the studio in February.
Are they back by the name?
Come play.
Are they back using the name Enter the Haggis again?
Yes, they're back using Enter the Haggis, yes. Enter the Haggis will be here in studio to play because they're playing a hoolie for Saranac coming up next month.
Hoolie?
A hoolie, which is... in other words, for a happy hour.
Oh. Well, when you say a hoolie, I'm thinking like your hoo-ha.
That's what they're calling it, and it's brought to you in part by the Irish Center, the Irish Cultural Center, and the Irish Fest as well, the Great American Irish Fest. So they're bringing in Enter the Haggis to play at the brewery an acoustic performance, but before they play an acoustic performance, they're going to come here, hang out with us on EC Radio. I'm excited, bro.
So we have about 50 drunk Irish people.
And we're going to lock them all out, actually. We're only letting a select few in.
We're selling Utica Club for...
yeah, right. I know we can treat it into a St. Patty's Day.
We'll get the bar all ready to go. There we go. Pre-St. Patty's Day.
A hoolie, though. That's what they called it. They wanted to know if we could fit them in before their hoolie. I'm like,
fuck yeah.
Whatever hoolie you want to use.
What day is that on?
You hoolie, we'll all hoolie. We'll rub our hoolies together.
What day is that on?
It's in February.
Okay.
February 9th to be exact, actually.
Okay.
To be ignited. In fact, it's just going to be a special show because it's a Friday. We're not normally doing Friday shows, but for a special event like Enter the Haggis to play in the studio, fuck yeah, we're going to be.
And
open.
for people who don't know Enter the Haggis, they're like an Irish rock band.
Right. They're great.
They play every year for the.
Think of like Flog and Molly type thing, and or but a little lighter though.
Yeah.
They're like a jam rock Irish. Like
they play the Irish Fest every year.
Celtic rock band. That's a great.
They crush that at the brewery. When these guys that play at the brewery, they just absolutely crush it.
I've seen them. That's where I've seen them a bunch of times.
The brewery,
yeah.
I've seen them at the EC a bunch of times.
They're a great drinking band, and they're huge, bro. Huge all over the world.
Oh yeah,
not just here in Utica. They're successful all throughout the country, but they're from Canada.
I was just about to say they're from Canada, right?
They're even bigger in Canada than they are in the U.S. And they play in front of thousands and thousands of people a night. So I am beyond excited to have Enter the Haggis come into the studio and
I know people that they only go out. The only time of year they go out is when Enter the Haggis plays.
Yeah, right.
Hands on, I know like several people are like that. They don't go out the whole year, but if Enter the Haggis plays, they're there. You know.
Yes, and Gaffney's agreeing. He wants the Fools to come play in the studio. That would be great.
Fuck yeah, son.
And he's trying to make it down early tonight, so that would be great. And Raz is saying that he's still waiting on his UC. We have to get him some UC. Yeah, Raz is into old man beer, right? Isn't that what he said? He likes old man beer, kind of.
I mean, I feel like
he likes.
He likes like some
IPAs. Yeah, he
bring him
likes
some
IPAs.
UC, and we got to bring some Saranac.
Well, I'm telling you,
but nevertheless, we got to send him.
When we finally make this trek down there, we're gonna bring a whole care package for him. In fact, we might need a semi truck for all the shit I want to bring him.
I feel like the 12 beers of Christmas or that trail pack that they do for Saranac would be a great way. So you could try many different kinds of beer.
That's a good idea,
and just give a kind of like a idea of what kind of shit they put out.
Let me talk to Damon. We got to get something.
Let's do this
over there. What were we gonna say?
I loosely confirmed this morning. I think Drama is going to be down south February 1st.
Oh yeah?
I think I'm the St. Pete area though.
For work or play?
No, Rusty said, you know what? I got a bunch of things taken care of, man. Give me $100 and something. He was like, and come to Florida for 3-4 days.
Nice.
So I said, you know what? I've never been down south, and I'm going to do it.
You should.
I'm just going to go.
Jama, I feel this is going to be a great year for you, man. I really do. I
hope
got
so,
this
man.
feeling for you. I mean, I like you're starting to like come out of your shell. Not even come out of your shell, but come out of like this. Like old man crotchety negative feeling, and you've been super happy.
The cocoon.
You've been in a great mood, man, and I love seeing this,
yeah.
man. And I think 2018 is this going to be your year to shine, pal.
I hope so,
And
man.
for many more to come.
I've been I made some changes late. Well, I should say 2017 in general.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped. I was, as you guys know, I was the guy that I went out a couple times a week, and maybe one day on the weekend. I was out, maybe three times a week. I don't do that anymore at all. I go out once every couple weeks, and now it's to a dinner and basically a happy hour type of thing. Have a few drinks, I go home.
Mm-hmm.
I have my dog, man. I'm just completely concentrated on back talk and my businesses. And
Good.
That's it, man. And and my family. I'm acting like a grown-up finally. Finally growing up.
But you sense this good change. I mean, you sense it in them too, right? There's this wonderful vibe going on about you, bro.
I'm going to get a drama in the gym.
We're doing calisthenics tomorrow. We start.
Get drama in the gym, baby.
I'm in.
We're doing burpees.
Did some comedy last night because last night was going to start the calisthenics.
Oh yeah.
And then when I was on my way home, I had to buy shit paper. So I was like, you know what? I was at the store and I'm like,
You mean the OD?
Yeah, literally exactly what I was talking about. I buy it for Tyrion. So he could
Even he won't shit on it.
he won't. He just like, what is this?
You see talking to
what is
town?
this is an obvious disgrace.
See,
right
talking to town posted a OD story, and they're like, "Sorry guys, the typo wasn't our mistake. We didn't print the story." Like, fucking A. And I look, and it was the OD. Go
Yeah,
figure.
man. I think it was just a lot of different things, man. The change of scenery I needed for sure. I was in the same place for.
Oh yeah, that too. That helped you a little bit too.
Yeah, about 8 years I was in the same place. I'm in a place that is mine now, and I feel
Change is great, man, isn't it?
it's,
It really
it's
is.
a huge place.
You
It's a
need to every
beautiful
once in a while.
place. I have my dog, man, and I know these things sound trivial to people that have had dogs. If you have dogs and you were allowed to have dogs for years and years and years, I'm a dog lover, like literally a dog lover. And I had them my whole life, and for the longest time, you're talking since before my daughter was born. So about 14 years, I've been without a dog, and it really bothered me to not be able to have a pet because I love dogs so much.
See,
And having my dog, man, is like, it's like everything to me.
Yeah.
I've always had a dog, and now I don't. And
Yeah, I
it
needed
sucks.
it. I had to have
But
it.
it's like I'm never home. I am never home, and I just couldn't do that to an animal. You know what I mean? As much as I want one,
It's a tough
not-
decision.
Yeah.
Like if you
It's
settle
not
down,
responsible right now.
you know,
it's a huge responsibility.
Chicken's been on fire lately with the ladies, so maybe 2018.
Don't break his streak, man. Don't
I'm
break
not
his
breaking the
vibe.
streak, but no, I'm saying
Sometimes you throw it out
don't
there,
know what could happen.
It snaps
You
the
might.
streak.
This might be the year where you settle down with a chick, and then the dog comes after that because you're
Nah.
spending more time at home.
I think this is the year you get your numbers up, pal.
Nah, I don't even care about getting my numbers up. I really just, I honestly, like what you said, I want to find that person I can settle down with. Honestly, I do. I'm sick.
Hey,
of,
I think we all want that.
You know
man.
what,
I mean,
I-
you have it. I'm not opposed to that. That's
my
what I
problem
want
is
now, too.
finding that right person.
Thank you.
You know what I
That's
mean?
exactly what I'm looking for.
And without the headaches. I mean, just that crazy that matches my crazy.
Yep.
So I'm for it, but I'm just not going to sit there and just like go out there and be looking for a girlfriend.
You
because-
can't go looking for
No,
it. That
because-
never happens.
And these people that like want me to date them because they want to have a boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm getting older. I want a boyfriend. Well, I'm sorry. That
doesn't cut it.
Yeah,
it's not.
I'm not going to be your settle down. You know what I mean? Like,
Then actually, chicken, and those are the ones you got to stop sticking your dick in, though.
Well, I
Because
do.
after a while, they get emotionally attached.
well, I do.
You know?
that's why,
I had a thing before.
that's why I go a year and a half, 2 years without having sex.
I'm glad you said that. That is, people try this, and they've tried it for centuries.
Even guys get emotionally attached.
Of course,
too. I'm not saying it's
absolutely.
just
I was
women.
just listen. I was just going to say the same thing. Men and women have tried this for centuries.
Yeah.
The friends with benefits thing.
Right.
You're going to if you're sexually compatible and you continue to have this no strings sexual relationship, it's going to turn into one of the parties is guaranteed to end up having very strong feelings. It's going to happen.
Not always, and I'll tell you
Well,
why. Like when you and I've
High
been-
percentage of the time, it's going to
You're
happen.
right. You're right. High percentage of the time. But if you both are sitting in, have you ever been in a situation where you both have that high sexual compatibility,
Sure. Yeah.
but Out of the bedroom, not so much.
Yep. Yes.
You know what I mean? You know how many times people try taking like, oh, we're so good in bed, and they try making a relationship out of that.
That's
That once
good
that
point.
fire is kind of like settles,
That's a good point.
you're
Yep.
like, I fucking hate this person.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
then they're fighting and arguing, but the sex is so good. So
Yeah.
then-
What happens for the rest of the 23 hours in the day?
exactly.
Yeah,
So what's
nothing
wrong
to
with two
talk
people that
about,
are
yeah.
like completely sexually compatible? You have that fire, you hook up, you do your thing,
No doubt.
and then at the end of the day, you're like, you know what? God bless you. Have a good day. You know what I mean? You go about and do your own thing, and then you meet up when you want. As long as nobody's getting hurt and everybody's on the up and up with it, I have no problem with that. And sometimes it's been some of my better relationships because everyone's free to say what they want. They're like you're not trying to worry about hurting this person's feelings or how they're going to judge you or things like that. I just hate when people try to pigeonhole you into a relationship just so they feel better about themselves.
Right.
They only want to hook up. But they don't want to seem like a slut, so they say, "Oh, date me, so I don't look like a whore." Instead, it's like nobody even has to know. We're grown ass adults. Do your thing.
Good point.
And if things turn, like where we both decide, like, you know what, I want to be with you. Fine, let it happen. But I just hate when people like you hook up with them a couple times. They're like, "Oh, we got a date."
Well, that's a good point you bring up because
Can't do it.
we're in a day and age right now. There's so much transparency. Everybody's business has to be show business. It's literally what we do on a daily basis. We chronicle everything that we do on every social media tag. If we go to the drugstore, we let people know that we're there. We tell them what we just bought at the grocery store. We go home and do the trivial things that I'm starting to do now. Make Facebook Live videos of me cooking.
But you know what? You have a platform. Like, you're trying to grow your brand, though.
Right. No, I'm just saying, this is what we do. We put ourselves out there. It's a different day and age.
I'd rather have one really good friends of benefits that I could depend on than trying to like pick up skanks in the bar.
I'm still trying.
I'm not a big.
You need a good reliever.
Yeah,
I'm still
like,
trying
you
to-
tell me that you feel
You gotta
comfortable
strengthen
with.
up your bullpen, chicken.
I just
Still trying to get my ex-girlfriends on.
But that's more crazy bitches that got to deal with. That's more the psychotic shit that goes on afterwards, and I'm just like, I don't want to deal with that stuff.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, I would rather be somebody that's cool that I can trust and I can hang out with, and we can just have a good time, do our thing, and at the end of the day, we both respect each other. We both have a good time.
Tough to find that, though.
Boom.
Tough to find it.
Well, you know what it is? It's not. It's a tough area that we live
Yeah.
in, though. But if you can actually consider yourself out of the area, like in Syracuse, it's a bigger market if you broaden your horizons out to that way. You'll find somebody, chicken. Don't go looking for it. Just keep doing your thing. Keep fucking.
I'm too busy.
Listen, bro. Keep doing your thing. Keep growing the D. Keep fucking working out. Doing your thing. Stay positive. Be healthy. You're doing the right. You're on the right path.
But
bro.
ultimately,
But he's right, though. It's difficult out there because, I've been in a few situations, too. There's a couple things that just by nature that I won't do. Like, I told you guys the story. You guys are my close friends.
No, he does anal.
I do anal. You know better than that. You know better than that. I have somebody right now that
That's why it's
I'm
hard for
really,
me to
really, really
Mad at
interested
you,
in.
boy. Mad at you, boy.
I haven't dropped
Mad
one
at
in a
you,
while.
boy.
That's right. Somebody that I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
But I won't play the chase me game. I won't play
Yeah.
that. I will
I
not
hate
play
that
that
shit.
game.
Yeah.
I've made my
We've
feelings,
all done it, though.
Right, but I've made my feelings clear to the person.
Yeah.
And there continues to be this period where we're all about each other and speak, and if I'm not doing everything in this situation, it seems that the
Nothing
person
happens.
she just trails off. If I'm not texting every day, if I'm not calling, and I'm not, and she says, "Oh, it's a two-way street," but it hasn't been a two-way street. It's me initiating and everything. And if I don't, what I did, and I'm admitting this, the last few days I just said, you know what, I'm just going to be quiet for a little bit. And guess what? Nothing. She doesn't text. She doesn't call. And that
she'll
shows me.
bitch at you like, how
No,
come
but
you
it's not even that. That shows me right there. I'm 43, bro. So right there, if I don't hear from a person after I'm continuously getting a hold of them, and she's doing it, intermittently too, but then they just go completely silent if I'm silent, I don't have time for that, man.
But then you got.
I try to fuck anything.
Well, and
That's all I'm left with.
see, I always get what kills me is because I've never been married and I don't have any children, so I'm like a fuck boy. I'm like, have you seen me? Like, have you seen what I've looked like in the past couple years? There's no way I'm gonna be a fuck boy.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? There's no way I'm like I got a rotation of chicks going around. Like, people say that shit to me all the time, and I'm like, really?
Hey, you gotta be a moron.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, where are you getting this from? So and I hear it a lot because I don't have
It's
kids.
tough
and
out there,
and
man.
I've never been married. That something's
is
wrong
tough
with
out
me. But I'm like, no, maybe it's because I haven't found the person I want to do it with.
Yeah, and that, and.
I try to fuck anything.
I'll tell you, it's tough out there, man. It really is. It's tough. It's tough
crazy.
going for the single crowd. It's tough, man.
Yeah. I
You know,
could see.
I
could see
jump on.
that.
Just for
I
entertainment.
like being
I
single,
jump on.
though.
So do I. I enjoy it.
I love my freedom because I'm so fucking busy. I'm flying at the seat of my pants. I'm never home. But when I'm free, I just want to be like text a few buddies and just do something. I don't want to have to work around somebody's schedule, and I don't want to worry about there's another girl in the group, so now they're gonna get jealous.
Right.
It's like I just don't have time to deal with that drama bullshit. You know what I mean?
I love the drama.
No offense, drama.
That's
the
all
only
I
drama
love.
you want in your life is Tommy.
Tommy drama.
That's it. That's it.
More than enough you can handle.
But Chicken's right though. I mean, you've been out of the loop for a while.
I have. I've got a mate. I say it every day. I am a lucky.
You're
man.
pushing what? 7 years?
It'd be February 1st,
I
actually.
don't know. So you're close.
See, and that's what I'm looking for is somebody that they could be that partner. You know, I'm not looking for just somebody to call my girlfriend.
But as Tori would say, we've been banging for 7.
No, whatever. I mean,
That was, and you talked about friends with benefits. That's what happened with us. I mean, it was just like we just banged and then kept banging and liked the banging, and then it got more banging, and there's more. And then all of a sudden, everybody's got feelings.
And she's the yin
now
to your
she's-
yang.
Now she can't get rid of me.
Right, she's your yang to your yang. You know what I mean?
like a fungus.
You guys support each other. You know, like you guys got a good shit going.
Yeah, we make life investments together.
And,
and shit.
I'm with Chicken on this though because when you're finally in a place in your life where you know what you want, then you're not going to accept anything less than that.
Right.
So that I've been single for over 2 years now, and people are like, "Why are you single?" And I do a lot of routine about it, comedy, make complete comedy out of it. But
I've been single for like 15.
It's by choice though. It literally is by choice for me. I had a tough breakup, and I was really, really distraught over the last breakup because I cared about her deeply. And I needed that time to be alone. And now I'm finally ready to, be out there and be with somebody that is compatible with me and that could go to the next level. And I for the last few months, I was talking to somebody, and I thought it was going to be it, but she just trailed off, man. And I'm not, like I said, no offense to her. I wish it still would work out, but I'm not going to chase her, and that's what she expects. I'm not going to do it.
Man.
I chase two things in life.
You too chase.
I'm too fat to chase.
And we've all done the chasing.
I'll chase money and chase my dreams. That's about it.
Jay Stevens is saying, Tori is your wang to your wang. Wang. That's funny.
It's funny. Jay's out there, and him and I have talked about this. I tell him my shit, and he just looks at me and goes, "Bro, I'm so lucky I married my wife."
He is too. He's got a good one as well.
I'm like, you got a good one, and you lock her up because
man,
there's some
he's
crazy
got a good one too.
Crazy shit out there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's all on the level, and Johnson always used to say this, and I'm going to say it again. I've said this many, many times on this show before, but it's all on the level of fucked upness you could put up with.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a Johnson word.
Well,
Johnson terminology.
Yep. He's right about that.
Fucked upness. Can you spell fucked upness?
I'm a deeply
How would you spell fucked
upness? Fucked upness. I like that word though.
It's true though.
I would need somebody to be able to withstand my fucked upness.
I just wish I got laid as much as people think I do.
Yeah,
I have one group of people that think I'm like a man whore, and another group of people I think I couldn't get laid in a whorehouse.
Well, it's the opposite for me. I've done so much shtick, especially since April of last year, that people really believe these things that I constantly
portray on Facebook.
Yeah, right. And they're like, people see me, they're like, Jesus, man, you haven't got laid in that long? I'm like, come on, you know me better than that. And they're like, yeah, I kind of do. I thought you were lying.
You keep your shit on the DL, though.
Yeah, of course. Maybe because that's, you should be doing that when you're an older man.
You always have, though.
Yeah, well, I have.
Which is good. It's nothing wrong with you have to.
Yeah.
Especially in this day and age.
Oh, there's females out there that have sex with me that don't want anybody to know that.
Yeah.
Literally. They just don't want anybody to know.
Smash you, boy! Smash you, boy! Smash you, boy!
I have to sign a waiver.
You have to sign a waiver. That's an STD waiver, chicken.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what that is, man.
I try to fuck anything.
I try to fuck anything. I forgot about all your drops you had going on over here. Drama.
Oh, man.
We
got to add to those tomorrow.
Yeah, we need.
We got like 2 pages on the D line.
You guys do, man.
Watch your mouth, kid. Your body's not bloody home.
It's funny. It's like Silver will come in and he'll put the drops in. I won't know what
Z
they are.
that site. It's awesome.
It's a great site. Yes.
I won't even know what these drops are, right? And he'll come in and load them in. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it'll be like, I want to fuck your mom in the ass. It'll be like some weird shit. I'm like, what the fuck was that, dude? Like, you could give brother a heads up.
When is Silbrith going to come out of the closet?
I don't know, man. probably be a while.
What's this mean?
I've been sticking $30 in pennies up my ass for the past 11 years.
Did you ever hear the ass penny story? There's like a video of this guy. He stuffs pennies in his ass.
We could make a whole bit out of just your palate over here of the shit that you got. What's
Apache penis, nay, Chuck.
Is all your shit dick drops?
Silbert does it, yeah. So like there's like fist fuck.
That's what I'm saying. When is he gonna come out of the closet?
Hey, John, sweetheart.
If you fist fuck me, I'll fist fuck you.
That Pat thing was hilarious, though.
Oh, it's Pat. Yeah.
Is he at a normal guest of yours, or
no? This is the first time he's been on. He's
okay.
A fan of like a friend of ours.
So it's just you, Caleb, in Silbreth, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He just broke into Tom Brady's house and tried to jerk him off.
That is hilarious.
That's from Ted 2.
Yeah.
Did you fuck my mom, Santa Claus?
Wow. You guys are nuts, man.
Yeah, it was fun sitting in on the D-line, I'll tell you that.
I feel like East One right now, because this is what East One will do. He'll just go through everybody's palette. And like all of a sudden I'll listen to East Beats and Biz on Tuesday nights. And all of a sudden I'll hear like one of my spots or like, you're listening to EC Radio. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you playing my drops? It's your show.
Oh, like my first show when I hadn't any of my own drops.
He's hilarious, man.
He's hilarious.
There's a dude.
Get the fuck out of here.
He knows how to have fun in life, man.
Yeah,
he really
He's a
does.
good dude.
Listen, he's another one too, man. And I expressed this yesterday about the loyalty amongst you two, not only amongst you two, but he's another one. Like, you can count on him every step of the way, you know. And we're lucky that we're doing this, especially you and me, Drama, and Gabe is another one. Like, we've been lifelong friends, and Chicken and I go back 20 plus years as well.
Yep.
Like, we've been lifelong friends. Like, and for us to do this as a team, as a
Special.
whole,
It is. It's special.
it really is, and it makes sense. And this is like where we're the path that we're going on, and it's the right path. I know it in my gut that this is the right path that we are on.
Way, man. I feel the same way.
And I couldn't do it without you guys. You know, couldn't do it without you.
And Back Talk wouldn't exist if it wasn't for you and Chicken.
100,000 downloads, man.
Cheers, man.
100,000 downloads.
Cheers.
It's a magnificent.
If you guys remember, it was the Mayro building days.
Yeah,
and I had walked in to you guys finishing up a meeting. And I literally walked in. It was my first introduction to Chicken. This was over 2 years ago now. And that's when the ideas started floating around and everything like that. And then I want to say about 6 months before this here is when we had the other meeting on Oriskany Boulevard. We were checking out properties and stuff like that. So, you know,
rundown building.
I wish people knew the actual journey and the little steps that we're taking. You know, it really is a special thing when something you finally see it all come together and it comes into fruition, and you're there every step of the way with people that are close to you. You know, we got, like you said, it's special because we got to do this together.
Yeah.
Dude, I was driving out to Syracuse every day, you know, for 3 years, going out there working for Verizon, dealing with these huge accounts and and getting nothing out of it. You know, sitting in the cubicle all day long, and I'm like, this sucks. You know, this is my life right now. And then when they got laid off, I was like, woohoo! But I'm like, now what do I do? Right. And I was so scorned. I don't want to go back to corporate America. That's not where I belong.
Right.
You know, when they're
seriously,
they're actually making claims that, you know, because I'm imaginative and I want to change things and make things better. That's a negative thing, and I'm like, this is fucked up. You know, this is not where I belong.
Stronghold in you.
And then when this came along, and Z and I were talking, we talked to Phil and Matt and everybody, and we're like, let's get this going. You know, like, I'm down. And I was still kind of like, I don't know, man, this seems so unreal. And I'm so glad we did it, because I never felt more at home than I do right now. And
that's how I feel,
we're doing it, baby.
I got ideas up the yin yang.
Yes, you do.
And imagine, I mean, I have to say it again. Imagine this. You know, it's not even a year yet. The end of the month is a year.
See, imagine you're a painter. You got no arms.
100,000 downloads.
Z's my arms.
You know,
he helps me paint the picture.
100,000 downloads for a bunch of guys that are introducing themselves to, frankly, what's an international audience.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, no, it is. I mean, it's an international audience. You know, it's limitless, it's boundless, and we have to thank every day, every show, and we all do, and give credit to, and all of the accountability goes to the people that are supporting us and the ones that are downloading this and spreading the message.
Absolutely.
There's people all over the United States
This
that
would
are
be
listening to
nothing
us.
without them.
Down south,
Nothing without
out west.
them.
We have people in Texas. I mean, there's people listening all over the United States to a bunch of guys that have been friends for 20 plus years, 30 plus years. And it's a special feeling, man, to hear
it is,
that
man.
those numbers, 100,000. That might seem.
In one short year.
That's what I'm saying. It might
it's
seem
amazing.
insignificant to somebody else that's established.
And big ups to all our listeners and our fan base and everybody that's out
Awesome,
there
man.
supporting it, even our haters, everybody that's out there making these downloads and paying attention to what we're doing. We're delighted.
Right.
We're beyond delighted. It's exciting, and this is a reason why we are having that 1 year anniversary party at Cavallo's.
Yep.
It's happening January 27th, Cavallo's. Yes, it's going down. My boy Joe Driscoll will be in the house. He's a one-man band. He's just amazing. In fact, we should play some Joe Driscoll in a little bit coming back.
Cool.
I think that would be a good idea. Also, in between Joe Driscoll sets, you're going to have Ease Beats and Biz doing their thing. EBB Radio. Check them out here Tuesday nights on Disruption Networks at 8 o'clock. But, they're going to be doing their thing January 27th at Cavallo's. Tickets are on sale now. Get them at DisruptionNetworks.com, or they'll be available at the door. We got drink specials. There's going to be food, great music, and big ups to our boy Phil Fard at Comedy CNY and Stage Time Trivia for the sponsorship, as well as Cavallo's, Coors Lights, and all you guys for going out there doing all the supporting for us here at Disruption Networks. We're having this party for you, so we would love for you to come celebrate with us.
Show up and come celebrate.
Please
with us.
come do it. Please come hang out with us.
I'm
This is
excited that we're all going to be together, collectively there.
getting drunk.
Yeah, partying, man. But you know what? And celebrating the accomplishment and sharing it with the people that support us.
Absolutely, man. That was the whole point of it, is just say thank you. And
Gotta give back, man.
absolutely,
Gotta pay it forward.
let's have a good time and just celebrate. And we don't get together and drink and hang out and have a good time enough.
Yeah.
Because we're always. I mean,
You're right.
You're
Very
always
true.
busy. I'm busy. You're busy.
That's right.
And Tommy never shows. But
I listen. Chicken is right there, man. I was.
that's your new
synonymous.
resolution. You should start showing up.
Dude, haven't you you've already noticed the change? We've mentioned this already a couple times. Like, he's a new drama. He may still have drama surrounding, but he's a new drama.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm enjoying the new
Drama king.
I would invite him to parties. He wouldn't show up.
I know.
Dude, bro.
You just gotta invite me. We're inviting you.
Yeah, but you have to understand something, and I'm not.
But you were in
making
a different
excuses.
place back then, I think.
It wasn't even that. This is not an excuse. The summertime is difficult with me. I'm slammed in the summertime with my
Yeah,
business.
right.
And I have certain obligations. That I, especially during the week, a lot of times Chicken would say, listen, come up north, during the week. And sometimes those are things that I simply can't do because I got to be up at, on the job site by 6:30 in the morning. And it just, it's not the 20-year-old drama could, slam some beers, smoke some weed and drink some vodka and then go to work the next day.
Right.
In your 40s, not so much, man.
Right. I know it hurts.
And I'll tell you what, when you're getting, you're in the second half of your business life and you're starting to do really well for yourself and you get large-scale contracts, trust me, the homeowners don't want you showing up with a hangover smelling like booze when you're building a deck for them or building an addition on their house. They're not going for that.
See, the 20-year-old me could do that too, but now the 41-year-old me drinks
41-year-old loser.
drinks weed. You drink weed. Drinks vodka, drinks
He's
beer,
a juicer.
smokes weed at work.
He smokes beer.
Now we do it
Smokes beer
at
and
work.
drinks weed.
I drink weed at work.
Yeah, well, look, this is why, if there was ever a bunch of guys that needed to do things for themselves and not have bosses,
Yes.
it's us.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't follow orders too well.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, we're not.
And you know what
very
it is?
well
It's
with
like,
that. We don't
I
do
think
very well with that.
Everyone says think outside the box. I don't even know what the fuck the box is. You know what I mean?
Couldn't
Like,
tell you.
What box?
that proverbial box you gotta stay in.
I like circles more than I like boxes.
Yeah, I agree. Nobody sticks baby
I
in the
love
corner.
box.
Well, it just keeps going in circles. In the box, you're kind of trapped in the box. But in a
circle.
circle, you can keep going around in circles.
But you know what I mean? Like,
see what I'm saying? Yeah, right.
We could come up with. That's the thing I love about it best is just being able to come up with different ideas that we can all work together and accomplish. If you want a skit idea, let's do a skit. If you want to do an event, let's do an event.
Yeah.
I love that shit. I love having that freedom.
Now that we know our numbers and where we were at and stuff like that, like there's some potential. I mean, if you're interested in getting your brand out there or your business, or you need some promotions for your show or your artwork or whatever, hit us up. We've got some really cool, fun, and unique ways to get your business, your company, your band, whatever out there. We could do that for you. We could do that for you. And we have an audience. I know everybody around town thinks that we don't have an audience, but we have numbers to prove it to you now.
No, and thank you for saying that, because that's what I've been having the most difficulty with. When I reach out to people, start being receptive to what I'm trying to do for you.
Right.
I've been reaching out to these independent business owners and small business owners, and even a lot of women that are working from home and they're trying to build their brand, and I'm like, look, stop with the ego. I'm not trying to hit on you. I'm trying to help you. Mm-hmm. We have a national audience, and you could really take off with, doing a segment with me and explaining and building your brand and, and using this as a marketing tool. So, if you're listening right now, accept that and, and take the opportunity, because I certainly would if it was for me.
Right.
So, I mean, if you have anything, if you're in need of home improvement, 315-520-4684, T-Art Restoration and Design.
Good plug.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take that minute, that couple seconds to plug myself. But, take advantage of it.
Let's do your commercial.
Take advantage
We're going to do your little commercial. We'll do it Addie's music, though.
Oh, boy.
Hi, you've reached T-Art Restoration and Design.
For all your home improvement needs, give Tommy Drama a call, 315-520-4684.
We do drywall.
Do painting, sheetrocking, and flooring, windows, decks, doors, kitchen, bathroom, and basement remodels. You name it, the whole gambit of home improvement needs. I'm rubbing my own leg when I'm saying it. I'm rubbing my own leg.
You were too.
I had to get into character.
That music helped too.
Oh, it sure did.
One more time too. Big ups who does my EC radio jingle. He also did that music too, as a very dear friend of mine, John Liebing, which we need to get him on the show. He keeps dogging me a little bit, but love the champ so much. He keeps writing all this great music for us here around the D, and he wrote that intro for Adeline, which Adeline and Liebing are really good friends as well. So big ups to John, man. He's a great human being, great soul. Two people have been checking in on a text line. One, Gaffney. He says we're definitely not insignificant, and he wants to let us know that we rock. So thank you, Gaff. And again,
Gaff, you rock, bro.
Yes, he rocks as well. He's a badass little bass player on him, and he sings pretty well too, man. He's got pipes on him, so big ups to them. And then my mom's checking in, and she's saying, "Congratulations, guys! Sky's the limits." From your biggest fan.
And she really is.
My mom is the biggest fan. She chimes on everybody's little thing, on everybody's comments and stuff like that.
We got Sapper Crutch checking in. He wants to know what's the topic, and he says, "Is no one watching the stream chat?" So yes, we are watching.
We're on the stream chat.
Yep.
You on there? You out of here, brother?
Yeah. Drama is leaving the building. I got to get home and write up some contracts and
cool, man.
Take the dog out, but tune in tomorrow. A back talk 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on our new scheduled day.
Yeah,
it's on Fridays now.
Switching
Tuesdays and Fridays, same time, different day. So I'll be checking in with you guys tomorrow. And again, thank you guys for the support. And Z, man, you're doing your thing. Chicken, you're killing it. And I'm happy to be here with you guys, man. So thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks for all the help, brother.
Man. Thanks for all the help, man. You've been killing it. We got that dumpster out of here finally too. Absolutely, check in on the D line. There goes Tommy Drama. Yeah, hit up the text line. You know the text line. The text line's 315-505-8433, 315-505. The D! Here we are, chilling. We'll probably cut the show off a little bit earlier today, though, because I got to let Silber do his thing a little bit. And I've got a couple things I really need to take care of.
Silber gets kind of antsy. I don't know if you ever noticed.
He does, man. He definitely gets antsy. But, Chicken, again, this is absolutely amazing day for us, for our little podcast, as everybody likes to call it. And the beauty of the whole internet radio and the podcasting is you can track your numbers. You know where you're coming from. You mentioned this earlier, when these radio stations and stuff like that throw out a book, it's like one person every 100 person.
Right.
One person gets that book, and where this is, we know where the numbers are coming. So this is the wave of the future, people. This is how it's going. This is the new media. This is how it is now. Things are starting to change a little bit towards the internet. The internet is a big ass, giant machine.
Yeah,
and we are right in the middle of this giant machine, and everybody that tunes in to us day in and day out. Thank you so much, man. Just thank you. I am very humbled and appreciative of your listenership. And tuning in, and not only that, but texting in and let us know.
See, that's half the fun is when these guys text in.
I love it.
Longwood sending in those nudies. That just brightens your day. When he sends that nudie pic in, you're like, oh yeah, today's gonna be a good day. I got to see some boobs.
Yeah. And he's good for that. Now, then that's a good listener. Like, that's a listener you want to take care of in the long run.
Yep. Long run, Longwood.
Yeah, long run for Longwood.
And then we got Red always checking in,
Yeah, absolutely. We got a great group of people that tune in to us on a daily basis. So thank you so much. And we're going to be making a trip down there really soon. And like I said, Longwood, man, you set that date, we're there.
Yeah, brother, let's get this planned out.
We're there.
We'll disrupt your pool party.
Yes, we will. And we're going to have a goddamn great time doing it, too.
Oh, yeah, we are. Probably get a lot of hits that day.
Yeah, a lot of hits. This weekend I think we should go out. Well, you said you're working at the bar on Friday. Maybe we'll pop down on Friday, tomorrow night, have a couple pops. I got a meeting tomorrow night, but after the meeting, come down and do a little celebrating, chicken, because you know what? God damn it, we deserved it. We put a lot of hard work into this, and ain't no stopping now. Ain't no stopping us now.
Like, you always hear new year, new me, blah, 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 but like, this is the first time in a really, really long time that the new year, like, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited at the potential that we could go in and some of the shit that we can accomplish. I mean, if we did all that in a year with nothing. And then, now that we got a good group of, core group of people out there, man, there's so much fun shit we can do, man.
Sky's the limit,
so much more fun stuff.
Sky's the limit.
And we had some hiccups along the way, and now we know how to correct them.
Our good friend Adeline's checking in. She says great numbers, and she's proud of us and our hard work. Thank you, Addie. And a lot of us, we owe it all a lot to you as well for believing in us and continued your support and just being generally a good friend and a great confidant
and classing up the joint.
And not only that, but she's been the voice of reasoning the last few weeks for us.
And she classes up the joint.
And she makes it smell nice when it comes in here, because it always smells like the locker room at Proctor.
She's
Proctor High School, but when she comes in here, at least it smells like a woman, But yes, and guidance too. I mean, I look at her, she's been
and she knows how to talk to us
a lot about stuff. Yeah,
she knows how to stop being a fucking idiot.
And
you're like, oh, yes, Addie.
Yeah, yes, right. Seriously. She's like our voice of reasoning, and we need that,
Absolutely.
We do. We need that, and thank you so much, Addie, for your support. We love you very, very dearly, and you're just a beautiful person.
Aww.
She is. She's a beautiful person. Aw, no, don't do it. That was sad.
That was a bell.
That was a sad bell,
No. See,
now you like that guy at Breaking Bad.
Now she gets a happy bell.
Oh man, but yes, people like Addie and also Frank. We gotta mention our landlord Frank. This is not possible without Frank. None of this. And we got to give big ups to Tommy too. Moriel.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Trips Rock and Roll Preserve, who's coming up on his 50th birthday. In fact, we're gonna have a 50th birthday party for him on EC Radio.
Nice.
I think it's next week or the week after, but he's gonna be coming on really soon because it's gonna be his 50th. We're gonna get drunk and have a good old time. But big ups to Frank and Tommy. Tommy I've known Frank for a long time, but Tommy actually put us together, and we are here in this space because of Frank. And Frank has put up with so much from us. From knocking down the walls to redoing shit to taking off, heaters and taking curtains down and destroying the place pretty much.
People puking
outside and us destroying his office. We pretty much totally kicked him out of his own place. So
yeah, we did.
And Frank, thank you so much, man. This is not possible without you. And he's another beautiful soul, and we're lucky we have him in our corner as well.
And not only did he do all this, but he's a supporter. You know what I mean? He comes to the events and he listens, and he's a supporter as well. And I think that's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like anybody could have, nobody would have done what he did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
So I love the fact that we have great people around us, and they're our type of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, when your people are your people. You know what I mean? And these are our people.
These are our people, baby. These are our people. And that it just goes. It speaks volumes.
He's one of us.
Yeah,
he's one of us.
He's a good guy.
He's one of the good guys.
Good fella.
Good fella.
Is he one of us or is he one of them? He's one of us.
One of us.
Yeah, we're blessed to be around a great circle of people. It was just a great circle, and and it gets extended more too. If we would even get into talking about all the bands that we're associated with too.
Oh yeah. I look forward to like every day, like who we got today. You know, like who are we talking to?
Well, that will all increase soon, really soon too. I've mentioned that earlier too. We were so busy with the construction and stuff, so this week was kind of light. It's just you and me pretty much all weekend, and then drama popped in, Colenso, and a couple things here and there.
We drank yesterday.
Yeah. Joe, that was fun the other day when JP came in and Billy and
the other day. I don't remember.
That was Tuesday.
Yeah,
that was Tuesday.
My days blend together.
That was a lot of fun, actually. That was a lot of fun. In fact, if you want to check out Tuesday's episode, we talk a lot about the bar restaurant industry. You can check it out on demand, disruptionnetworks.com. We're doing big things over here at the D. We got more parties coming up. Not only do we have our anniversary party coming up on the 27th of January at Cavallo's, but I got to mention the Daniel Barden Mudfest happening April 14th. It's a little bit of ways, but I want to get in everybody's head now. You want to have a great time. Even if you don't want to run the obstacle course, you could just come and hang out and check out all the music and look at all the muddy people. It's a lot of fun.
It's a blast.
We're going to be up there in full force. We're going to be up there. Probably, Chicken, you're probably going to have to do a lot of the broadcasting because I'm in charge. I'm stage manager. I got to do a lot of band types of work. But I'll be popping in. We'll probably bring the bands on.
We'll get a crew together.
Yeah, absolutely. Get a whole crew together. I'm sure East One and Drama and everybody would want to come up and have a good old time. But we'll be up there broadcasting live from the Daniel Barden Mudfest. It's April 14th at MKJ Farms in Deansboro. Now, all proceeds to benefit the Sandy Hook Promise Program. Daniel Barden was a kid who was perished in the Sandy Hook tragedy in Newtown, Connecticut a couple years back. And my girlfriend's family has ties with his family. That's how this whole thing came about.
Oh, really?
And my girlfriend's family, the Williams family, Dan and Melissa and Tori are first cousins. Anyways, they're beautiful people. Like, they're just very genuine people. They give back to the community. They're just good people. And when they went up to the funeral for this kid after the tragedy happened, he just had this epiphany, like, I'm doing a mud fest for these people, a mud run. So he set up this crazy obstacle course. You've seen it. We posted a video of it last year of us doing a couple things, monkey bars and swinging on the ropes and walking over logs, and just, it's the Dirty Ninja Warriors, we like to call it. So really come on out. It's a great time. Register at bardenmudfest.org if you want to go out and run it. It's all for a great cause. 100% of the proceeds to benefit the Sandy Hook Promise Program. And you know what this Promise Program does? Some pretty cool things. Is like they take these inner city kids and they bring them on an Adirondack excursion.
Oh, nice.
Or they bring them to some kind of trip or field trip. So that, it gives back to the kids. So it's for the kids. Pretty much. It's for the kids. Great lineup of music this year, too. I'm pretty psyched that I actually booked the Swamp Drivers. Great rock and blues band.
It's a mud fest. You gotta have Swamp Drivers,
right, brother? Exactly. They're gonna kick it all off. Also, our good friends from Simple Props, Grit and Grace, Alternate Universe, the Third Stones Blues Band. We've got so many great music. Even if you don't want to come and hang for the music, walk around the course and just watch people try to struggle throughout this obstacle course.
And there's great food there too.
Food provided by Celtic Harp and Ray Brothers, and also Cerenec's going to be up there slinging beers as well. So PepsiCo's up there doing the soft drinks, and they go out and they give out snacks and treats for all the kids and stuff. And there's also a kids run. There's a 5K, and there's a big run. I think there's there's a 5 mile, a 5K, and a kids race.
And it's what people don't understand. They're like, well, I'm not going to run it, so I'm not going to go. Dude, this is a party. This is a good freaking party.
It's a great party.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never gone before. I'm not gonna run it, so I never had any interest in it. So I was like, oh fuck it, who cares? Even though I had some friends that would run it. This year we went and we broadcast and everything. Well, we didn't broadcast, but we had our presence there, and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. How did I never see this before? Like, just as a spectator, I was like, this is awesome. You go to all the different obstacle courses and you see these guys and what they're putting themselves through, and you're like, this is nuts.
It is nuts.
And then you got bands playing everywhere. I mean, you dropped us off in the middle of nowhere. Z brings us up in the freaking side by side, drops me and Tori off, and then just takes off. And we're like, what the fuck? We're in the middle of nowhere. And but it was cool, man, because there's bands playing, people doing the monkey bars, and you just go around to different spots, and there's just different things to see. And it was just awesome, and people were in such a good mood.
Yeah.
That was the other thing. It was cold as shit. Everyone's in muddy water and freezing, people slicing their hands open, whatever, and but they're all happy. Everyone's in a great mood.
And Dan puts bonfires everywhere.
Yeah.
Not just one spot. They're kind of strategically placed throughout the course.
When he has that one at the beginning where he lights those huge trees on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really cool. And so it's just like, it's not just you're going to go and people are running. This is a huge event. I mean, there's 1,000 people there at least.
Oh, yeah, more. I want to say last year we had like 1,200 runners or something like that.
And then
on top of that, they bring their friends and their family, and there's another 2,000 people on top of that. That's what I was telling the bands the other day. I'm like, you guys are going to play in front of like 3,000 people.
Dude, I'm walking around with a friggin' beer in my hand. Like going to town, drinking, having a good time, watching people.
Then it turns into a backyard party.
Yeah,
with 3,000 people.
I don't know. I had a good time.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have another good time.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
This year's gonna be a little bit different because we tied in a little bit more with as far as like broadcasting and getting things going. Who knows? We'll talk to we'll definitely talk to a bunch of the bands. We'll talk to the participants of the obstacle course as well as the organizers and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'd love to talk to some runners and see where they're from.
Yeah.
I was just running around just talking to people randomly. Because I was just curious, what made you come here and do this? And some people are like, I just always wanted to try it, see if I could do it.
Yeah.
It's like that extra way they push themselves.
It's a good personal test for yourself. Think you can run around this obstacle course and get all sloppy and dirty and stuff. It really, tells a lot about you.
Yeah.
And it's all about perseverance too, man. You got to keep trying because a lot of these things, like, they're a bitch. You can't get through. Like, I was asking Dan one time, has anybody ever made through the obstacle course, like, unharmed? Like, not even a speck of dirt on them.
Oh, there's no way.
But there's no way.
There's absolutely no way. You got to, like, go right in the mud.
Right. There's no way.
Yeah, we got to have Silverth on, too, because he's done it a few times.
Yeah, cool.
So
we will.
We'll get his perspective
We
on it.
will. You're going to hear us talk a lot about it in the next couple of months. The next few months, we're going to be talking a lot about it. Like I said, I book all the bands, do all the music and the production for it. So all the bands are going to come in and promote it. We'll have Dan and Melissa on, and it's a great event, and it's for the kids, man. So hopefully you guys support the Daniel Barden Mudfest. If you want more information, you want to check it out, it's bardenmudfest.org, and that's Barden, B-A-R-D-E-N.
And when
Mudfest.
is that again?
And it's April 14th.
And we're going to be doing I know I do it every year, and I know you do it every year, is the Heart Walk.
Yeah.
And I like to get a D team going.
That's the first weekend in March, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's always the first Saturday of March. So that's another great community event that we do here in Utica, is the Heart Run and Walk. It's probably the biggest in the nation.
I've done it 8 years in a row. Last year I couldn't because I was in Florida. That was the first time I missed in 8 years. And
I've done it about 8 years in a row too, chicken.
It's
7 or 8.
It's one of those things that, like, even if it's cold as shit and whatever, I just feel compelled to do it. I know so many people that have been affected by heart disease. My grandmother just passed recently of heart disease. I have best friends that were like young, 27 years old, die of heart disease. And it's one of those, and it's fun. We have a great time doing it. So
yes, we do.
Usually what we do is we end up going to Silbert's house because he lives about a half a mile away. We go over there, we pregame, we eat a little breakfast, and then we go and do the walk, and we just make a day out of it, And there's so many different teams. There's thousands, like 10, 15,000 people, if not more, and everyone lines up the street, and they cheer you on, and they hand you beers and whatnot, and it's just like, I don't know, it's a great time, but then you feel even better when you realize you raise money for a great cause, and it's one of those things that I back every year.
Yeah.
And I like to get a team together. Like
there's great teams. Gaffney's checking in right now. He's giving us the Team O'Neill thumbs up. That's the team he belongs on for that. We do Team Houck. There's also our good friend Team Phelps as well. And you guys do Team Tiffany. And if you want to do a team this year for the Disruption Network, great idea. Let's do it. We should be out there in full force. I don't want to be set up next to and all them, but but maybe we should set up.
Well, I probably will walk it.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll probably walk it, but if somebody wants to set up and broadcast,
we'll let terrestrial media take care of it. We'll have fun.
We'll hook up a GoPro.
Yeah, we'll do Facebook Lives
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, a couple of years ago, I was hanging out with Genesee Joe. We were doing Facebook Lives.
And it's like your team and our team, like they blend together.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And Team Phelps as well.
Oh, absolutely.
They're all kind of crossed over and stuff. So
again, because we've all been affected by
these are all friends that are mentioning these names.
Yeah.
These are all friends of ours that we've lost throughout the years.
Really, really young.
And we walk in their honor.
Absolutely.
And it's a 3-mile walk, right?
You can do the 3 or the 5.
3 or 5. What do we do?
I usually do the 3.
Is it the 3?
This is cold as shit.
We usually don't even do the whole thing. We ended up cutting through the neighborhoods and then just go. Yeah, dude.
When you're, we lost Lance and Chris were doing it for the first. Chris
it's easy to lose Lance because he's so damn slow.
Well, and here's the thing: like the two of them, right from the get go, they I don't know, Lance must have wanted to grab another beer or something. When we lost them, they got packed, and then they went down, they went to side streets. I'm like, every fucking road's blocked off. How do you get lost? They ended up like 2 miles off the course.
I don't know how that
like,
happens.
how the hell does that happen?
Not paying attention, that's how that happens.
I mean, there's cops and barricades and everything. And there's 10,000 people walking the same direction. How the fuck do you get lost?
Right.
But leave it to those assholes. They got lost.
Of course, man. But yeah, we usually do that too. We usually cut through the neighborhood. So we don't.
Our boy Rocco is usually our lone runner.
Right. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is you can also run the course too for the Heart Run.
He'll start off in Stittville and do like I don't know what's it, a 10-mile run.
Yeah.
All the way in, and it's cold.
And then do the actual course that we do too afterwards, right?
Yep.
I mean, it all kind of coincides as one.
Then he'll come in. Sometimes he'll join us right after and then just start walking it.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
But you know, it's so much fun when they're.
It is a lot of
fun.
fun.
And they bust people in like crazy, and it's just like the gymnasium's packed over there.
It's a great way for the community to get together and raise some money for a terrible disease.
Yep.
And they've been doing this for years. Do you know how long the Heart Run and Walk's been going on for?
At least 20.
Since the 80s, right?
Yeah, at least.
It's been going on for a while.
And I mean, I used to cover it when I worked on the radio station.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
same here.
a long time, and I never really got.
Let's do this.
I never really got it, and then like when a friend of mine passed, and Tiffany, she passed, and the story that surrounded it, I was like, man, this is crazy, and I wanted to do something that kind of brought everybody together and to honor her and to raise money for this.
Yeah.
So. I got a bunch of people together, and man, it was brutal. Trying to organize it, a bunch of people. But you know what? After that, everyone loved it. They had a great time, and I'm like, this is my charity. This is what I do every year.
Yeah. Me too, buddy. Me too. I like that one.
Yep. It's a great time. I can't stress that enough. People like it's not just charity. It's a fun time. I don't care how cold it is. Get out there, support, have fun, get drunk. It'll keep you warmer.
Yeah. Get drunk and keep you warm.
And then the bars are just jamming after that. I mean, you go down to the the Galleria down there. That place is just jamming. Uncles, get a burger. Those places are jamming. They got a whole bunch of things at the school. So I'm excited. I want to do it again. I want to be a D team, represent well.
The D team is a great idea, and we should be out there in full force. We should definitely be out there. It's something we all believe in and will be doing probably for the rest of our lives.
I think
right?
we get some like Joe Boogie and some of those guys.
I'm sure Boogie would do it. We gotta get in touch with Boogie actually.
Yeah, we gotta get him in here.
Yeah.
Same thing with our boy Pledgy. We gotta get him in here.
I've been talking to him. I've been talking to him already.
I see he was looking for an actress for some movie he's doing. So I was wondering if what's that all about?
He's got some movie shit happening.
We gotta talk to him about that. We gotta bring him in here. We got the scoop, man.
He's got his ears to the wall when it comes to the local movie making thing going on in Utica and the surrounding areas. Because there has been some local and independent movies popping up here and there, and actually some national movies too.
Yeah.
There has been some national shit going on.
I mean, Jeff Goldblum was just running around town taking pictures all over at restaurants and stuff.
See, Chicken, if we keep creating great content on this platform and hyping up Utica as much as possible, Hollywood, like all that shit, it's going to come more. It's going to, I think so, We're really bringing Utica to the masses.
And there's so many scenes out here that you can do. I mean, if you need rundown city, I mean, we got that covered.
Yeah, we got that covered, too.
If you want to, like...
But we have beautiful parks, though.
We do. I mean, the Adirondacks is just amazing
yeah.
right there. There's so much scenery right there. And just... I mean, New York State is just a crazy state. If you go north and south...
Well, they were talking to, what's his name? Guatemala Dave?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah,
from
like
the First 52, Raz's tag team partner there.
Yep.
And, he's from Brooklyn, right?
Yep.
And he was mentioning, that's New York. I'm like, honestly, bro, New York's up here.
Yeah.
It really is. We can breathe up here. It's not a fucking rat race like it is down there. There's no traffic. You can actually function up here in society. The attitude is less up here. It
absolutely.
Is, I mean, we do got the New York State attitude a little bit. But down there, it's just
freezing.
It's down there. They're just so stuck on top of each other that the energy level is a little bit more intense than it is up here. And up here is a little pretty much easygoing and chill.
And I think that's where a lot of people, like, outside of New York, they don't understand that they just think everything's like New York City.
Right.
And, man, it's not, man. I love my Adirondacks.
Yeah.
And I've never seen any. I'll rival that against Alaska, for crying out loud. Just the scenery that's out there. There's parts of the Adirondack Park that's undiscovered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you got, St. Lawrence River, and then you got, like, Leftwich Park, Ausable Chasm. I mean, there's so many great places to check out. And then you go down south. I mean, you got like Cortland. You ever drive around Cortland around?
Yeah, Ithaca and stuff like that. It's gorgeous. And then you get into Watkins Glen National Park or State Park and stuff like that. Some beautiful stuff.
And there's some like great farm country out there. Like,
and then let's not forget Niagara Falls.
Oh yeah,
which
Niagara
is only
Falls.
3 hours away from us. You know. So.
Yep.
We've got some beautiful scenery up here, that's for sure. It just sucks in the wintertime.
It does, but, you know, like, that's because we don't partake. You know, like, we don't snowmobile. We don't go skiing. You know, the people who do that, they absolutely love it.
True, you're right.
These snowmobilers are freaking loving it right now.
They are loving life right now.
I see them all over the place up where I live. I mean, that's the main port of transportation right there. Like, boom, everyone rides a snowmobile. You go over to Wigwam, there's like 9, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. That's pretty hot and popular up there in Old Forge area, that's for sure. That's for sure. Well, Chicken, I'm going to close it out, man.
All right, brother.
I'm going to close it out, give you some time to get ready for the D-Line. The D-Line's coming up at 6 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Big ups to our boy Sean Ras, RazRadioLive.com. Thank you so much for letting us invade your airwaves every day here on the D. The D and the Raz coming together, making the D-Raz. So
would that be the Draz?
The Draz. I don't know. It could be a lot of things. But Sean, thank you so much for opening your doors to us, man. You're the man. We're lucky to have you on our corner. I want to thank everybody, all the support, all the love, the respect, the downloads, every ounce of love you guys have ever been showing us.
The guests that come in.
The guests, sponsors, our friends, our circles, our enemies, our haters, everybody. I want to thank you all. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart, man. 100,000 downloads in one short year here on the D. And sky's the limit, man. We're just beginning because it's only been a year.
Yep.
It's only been a year.
And come have a beer with us at Cavallo's on the 27th.
And when we hit that 1 million mark, we are throwing a bash.
Oh, yeah.
We are throwing a bash.
We're going to throw a real
crazy
bash.
It's gonna.
Can you imagine us throwing a bash with money?
Yeah, maybe one of these days.
Yeah. Call your boy Chuck. You like line us up some acts.
Right, no doubt, man, no doubt. Hey, I want to check out real quick before we do close it out. Next week, Larry D from Classified is going to be in the house.
Nice.
We're going to talk to him, talk about 25 years of Classified. Monday, my boy Tommy Lamach will be in here from the Food Restaurant Review over there on Facebook. He also used to play in many bands back in the day. Southern Grace was one. I told him to bring his guitar. If he feels like playing, play. If he don't have to. Amazing talent. Funny dude. So Tommy will be here on Monday. Looking forward to that. Tuesday's Titty Tuesday, so I don't know what's going to happen on Titty Tuesday. We'll see what happens.
Oh, I talked to her. She's raring to go.
Titty Tuesday's happening on Tuesday. Larry will be in on Wednesday, and then Thursday is wide open. Actually, Thursday. No, that's not Thursday. No, but I do want to mention this, dude. I did book something. An old upstate New York legend will be on the house at the end of the month. The United Booty Foundation. Ooh. If anybody remembers the United Booty Foundation, they are going to be on the airwaves. I'm going to have my man JT in the house with us coming up at the end of the month. That should be a lot of fun. And also, we're going to throw a very, very special one-year anniversary party for EC Radio on the 26th of January.
The day before the party.
And special guests include Jay and Nick and Jay, my boy Danny Taylor from the Palace Theater, and I think my girl Stacey Waterman's going to come in.
Awesome.
Yeah, for the one-year anniversary party. Here, we're going to do an on-air anniversary party, probably get a bunch of food and stuff like that. And that's a Friday as well.
We should probably go a little earlier.
Maybe we could. We could do whatever we want now.
Maybe go a little bit earlier so that way... in case we go, like I remember, like when we had the party right before on Christmas, things were just starting to go and we had to shut down.
Yeah, I know.
We might have to start
man.
a little early.
I know what you mean,
especially with the craziness that happens here on a Friday.
On a Friday could get a little bit crazy. But I'm looking forward to celebrating the one-year anniversary with all my friends and stuff. And invite whoever you want too, Chicken.
Awesome.
We'll have a big old party, and I'd like to fill the room here. I'd like to see what the controlled chaos would be like in here.
Yeah.
Now that we have all this room and people can kind of hang out and chill out and stuff like that.
And everyone's going to give their opinion of what we should do and whatnot.
Of course.
And I kind of want to. People are gonna have great ideas. Mm-hmm. We could sift through them and kind of see what they're, pick their brain.
Indeed, I like that. That's for sure. But I want you to have a good weekend.
You too,
Have
brother.
fun. I want all the listeners out there to have a great weekend. And thank you so much, again, from the bottom of my heart. It humbles me for all your support and everything you guys do for us here at the D, man. Thank you so much. And we will see you on Monday.
Attention listeners, you can listen to this podcast and previous podcasts on demand at DisruptionNetworks.com. Please subscribe to EC Radio Podcast on iTunes and like us on Facebook.